A beautiful Wednesday morning in Calgary, Alberta. We're getting closer to championship weekend at Tim Hortons Brier here in southern Alberta. What a difference a year makes. 1 year prior, John Morris and Jim Cotter were teammates with BC, making it to the Brier final. Losing to Alberta, their journey would take different paths. Now, different teams, but same circumstances. Morris is on Team Canada, while Cotter is now the skip for BC. In the extremely competitive field, both teams are fighting to stay in contention at the 2015 Brier in Calgary. For the first time ever, we have a Team Canada here at the Brier, and last night at the Saddle Dome, it was an all-Calgary battle. Team Canada taking on Team Alberta as former friends went head-to-head, draw 10. This an entertaining game, Kathy. You see Team Canada throwing the Redstones, Kevin Cooey, the Yellowstones.
Well, so much talk about Pat Simmons back in the day from Saskatchewan as a skip. It's such a hitting province, but for Pat, it has always been the draws that he has mastered, and this is a great example last night of how good he was.
Right on the lid with his final stone. So Kevin Cooey, Team Alberta, they had to score 2 to force an extra. 3 for the win. Final stone, big weight shot. This, a really tough shot down.
It really, really was, Brian. And you know, if anybody can make it, it is Kevin Cooey. Trying to round the horn, not quite.
So not to be. And what a day for Team Canada. Lineup change seems to be working. A 5-4 victory over Alberta as former teammates went head-to-head there. Quebec, great day for Jean-Michel Menard. Couple wins. He beat Saskatchewan 7-5. Brad Gushue, an 8-6 victory over Ontario. And Northern Ontario, Brad Jacobs still perfect. That 7-2 win over Manitoba. Of course, the top 4 make the playoffs. Brad Jacobs perfect, 7-0. Brad Gushue 5-2. And then look at the teams with 4 wins and 3 wins. It will be a very interesting week down the stretch. Hi everybody, welcome back inside the Saddle Dome. Brian Mudrick joined by Kathy Gauthier, and sometimes if a relationship isn't working, got to shake things up, and that's what Team Canada did yesterday. And now it's Pat Simmons at skip. John Morris down to 3rd. So far, so good. 2 wins in the new situation.
Well, it really is. And you know, they talked about the definition of insanity. Keep doing the same thing, expecting different results. That's why they move things around. Pat was so good last night, 96%. They had a little bit of a shock. They realized this could be their last Brier. They do not want to go home. Keep
in mind, too, Pat Simmons, as a skip for Saskatchewan back in 2008, that 9-2 record. He's got the pedigree. Meantime, it's old buddies going head-to-head. Jim Cotter taking on John Morris. They were teammates last year, and they had great success together.
Well, they really did. The same thing as last year. John Morris will be playing 3rd today. The difference is obviously not with Jim, and Ryan Kuhn is the key. He is the bottom of all 3rds, has made some great shots, but can't maintain that consistency. Needs to do it. And as a team, Brian, BC playing well, but they seem to go to sleep one end. Yesterday, that end gave up 4.
The game plan brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. So that man is now the skip. Team Canada pushing for the playoffs. First rock next from Calgary.
The 2015 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada. The 2015 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for more than 20 years. By M&M Meat Shops, frozen food at its best. And by Scotties, Sponge Towels, Purex, and Cashmere. Proud to support the Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Glad you're watching our coverage. Wednesday morning at the Brier, Draw 11, Team Canada, BC, that's our feature matchup. Quebec will take on the Territories. Jamie Cooey looks for win number 1 here at the Brier in Calgary. Brad Gushue looks for win number 6, taking on PEI. And it's New Brunswick taking on Northern Ontario. Brad Jacobs and his team still perfect. So former friends going head-to-head. John Morris played with this team, of course, last year. It's time to meet the teams. It's brought to you by Home Hardware. Homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. And, of course, we talked about the lineup change. There you see Team Canada. Now the skip is Pat Simmons. Lead, Nolan Thiessen. Second, Carter Rycroft. And, of course, John Morris now playing out of that 3rd position. And they curl out of the Glencoe, of course, in Calgary. Great support they've had all week long here at the Saddle Dome. As for Team BC, Skip, Jim Cotter. Lead, Rick Sawatsky. Second, Tyrell Griffith. And the third is Ryan Kuhn. And of course, Ryan is the new look member of this team from BC. This morning, it will be Team BC throwing the Yellow Stones, Team Canada, the Red Stones, and there is the new skip. I guess what is old is new again. Of course, a skip with Saskatchewan for years, and now the skip here for Team Canada. Lead Stones coming from Nolan Thiessen.
A little bit early. Yeah, a little bit early. Line's good. Short to me. Yeah, gotta go. Line's good, there. Yep. Line's real good.
This team was absolutely in a zone last night.
Keep going. Keep going for line.
It's the first time that we've seen that sort of intensity from them, and the results in that Alberta battle last night were epic.
One thing we talked about, Kathy, just on the drive in too, and you look at the numbers, and you had mentioned that Team Canada's numbers actually were pretty strong, and they had played really well, but what you'd notice, Kath, is that just maybe some misses at the times that you don't want to miss, and Pat Simmons comes in, gives them some confidence, 2 wins yesterday, and of course the goal to make the playoffs.
No, for sure. There's, you know, in looking at the numbers last night for both teams, Brian, some really good numbers, and particularly for Team Canada, I think that was one of their frustrations, is that they did not feel that they were playing that poorly. They were just not getting the results, and so you have to then look at when you're missing shots and also the kind of game that you're calling. And John Morris calling a very, very aggressive game, and it just wasn't producing the results that they wanted. You can expect that Pat will keep things a little bit simpler. We talked about the numbers. Here's the great story. So you look at Pat Simmons. This is the team percentages in their losses. So the first number is the number that they scored, and that's what their opponents scored. So in some cases for Team Canada, they were out shooting their opponents, just not putting points on the board. When you look at BC, for the most part, their numbers also very strong. So what does this mean? This means you look at how you're calling the game, where you're making those misses, and that's what you tweak.
Good.
I mean, those are good numbers. When you shoot 86% as a team,
Make the double.
you're expecting to win.
Rip that double.
And in some cases, they were losing by 4.
Don't worry about that shooter, eh?
And John Morris, you just watch him out here today, Brian. We were talking about it last night. His energy level has gone up dramatically just by not being isolated at the other end. He's with them, he's giving them energy, and it's feeding into good things for him as well.
Right out of Carter Rycroft's hands, the big scrub. They get it by. Not the double, but a little flip inside, top 12.
I don't think that was even possible.
T-line back 8. Like that? Okay, yep. What are you thinking? 3 and change?
Well, for these 3 that played with John last year, they speak so highly of that last year that they had, and why wouldn't they with their success, but also in what they learned from John. Especially for Jim Cotter, who's been around for a long time, played with some really great other players. When you have an experience like last year, you learn more and you take that moving forward.
Well, and a big story too, Kathy, is this young man just throwing this stone here, the second, Tyrell Griffith, and talking to them last year. Of course, they lost in the Brier final, lost in the Olympic trials final as well. And the one thing that Tyrell said is that John Morris would take him to yoga, for example, during the week. And what Tyrell found is that it really helped him be more flexible, more relaxed, have more energy. But the big thing he said was that when I had a big shot to make, or the pressure was building, the breathing, it was big time. I learned how to breathe. I could make these shots, and that's, of course, the John Morris influence. He was a mentor, he was a coach. Obviously, if you've been around John Morris, like we get to do just around the rink for the whole week, fun guy to be around, and that certainly rubs off on the teammates.
And if you watch a lot of these players, particularly the skips, when they sit in the hack as part of their pre-shot routine, there is that deep breath that they will take, and that is all part and parcel of it. He saw a young man who was nervous because it was his first time, and Tried to give him some tools that he will use for the rest of his life.
A little bit.
Yeah!
Come on.
Yeah! Hard! Hard! Hard!
Chip the guard.
Yep, hard! Gotta go, gotta go!
Watch the guard. Yep. Get behind there. Yep.
Okay.
Carter.
You know what's interesting too, Kathy, and I noticed it
fresh,
starting
right?
yesterday.
Yeah.
John Morris may not be skipping
fresh
anymore,
one, yes.
but it's like having a skip on the front end. No, it really is. I mean, he's telling the boys in the hack, okay, listen, Carter, make it this way, or do this, roll this, and it's almost like you have a skip times 2 now because he's very vocal and that energy translates throughout the team.
And he's also a cheerleader. You'll hear him the first one to say good shot or good effort.
Shots control.
Yep. Hard! 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 Gotta go!
Tyrell with his second.
Hard! Hard! Roll it! Yep.
The other thing too, Kathy, and it's so hard to teach it, but I think is just that belief. And these young guys on BC, having made the final at the Brier, having made the final at the Olympic curling trials, those are tough events. Those are some of the best teams in the world you're taking on. And once you have that belief that hey, we can compete and get there, that's got to be big.
It's huge. You know
Good
you
board!
can.
Good board!
It seems like it's a tough ice, boys. That it's a little fresher and it's finishing a bit more until we really clean it up. So, good board here.
Good board.
Yep.
And it is difficult when you look at the numbers because he has only played 2 games as a third.
Never.
We will see much higher
He's
numbers.
sticking right now.
Solid, eh?
Nose is fine there.
John just threw a little bit more than he wanted.
Oh my God. I thought that was golden.
You like board?
I can only hitting it. Okay. We sit 3 then.
Gotta be good board here, Ryan.
And I like the weight they're choosing to play on the stone. They're chasing red because you heard the comment that top yellow stone is in. So for Ryan, if he can remove it and stick around, a chance for BC to lie 3 with last rock. He is our key to watch today. Some really good numbers from Ryan, but a couple of games high 80s, but he's also been in the 50s and 60s, and it is that consistency that he's seeking.
Make this, it'd be a great start for Kuhn. And the shooter will stick around. This is the first Brier that Brian Kuhn has been to, but we've seen him on the national stage before. He's actually a member of the 2000 World Junior Men's Championship team. He played second for his brother Brad that year. First Brier experience now.
5'8". I just think I need a hair more. I think this might come up a bit, Pat.
Looking for the double.
Top 8. Top 8, top 12. Yeah, it's top 12. Same as your draw for a hairless.
Well,
Hairless.
I like 10 to 12.
This is a fresh spot, so I think
Yeah,
10 is
same
pretty
as your
good.
draw.
Clean it!
So now a great opportunity here for BC in this first end. 2 in the house already. Chance to lie 3 with hammer.
Where is it? Why don't we?
Heavy.
Okay, gotta play tight.
Top where T-line.
Clean.
Go on.
I watched the sheet last night for updates. Brad Gushu was on this sheet, and they really found that it was different last night. So we'll watch today to see if it's doing anything different.
Sweet.
10?
Well, that was a game that you and David were
spot,
doing
Ryan.
last night, Brian.
Like hit
That's
this one
right.
rolling and at least giving us a chance.
Did you find that it was different? Did it look like he
Yeah,
was doing weird things?
For example, I talked with Brad Gushu last night, had an opportunity to chat right after the game, and he said that they really struggled with the spots. For example, one draw, he came up late, and Dave was doing the hog line to hog line time, and he got over 15, and it was short.
Wow.
And the Brushers couldn't get it there. Yet there was another draw for Team Ontario, and Marquine, and he found the button with just under 14, about a 13.9. So there was really different paths that were different. And actually, there was also a spot on the ice. When Pat will go to throw, he'll just keep your eye, he'll pass the hog line and keep going. There's actually a spot where they felt there was a bump in the ice. Twice, they actually, Mark Nichols felt there was an actual bump. So we couldn't really see anything, but we'll keep an eye on that. Meantime, update, Sheet C. It is Brad Gushu, Newfoundland Labrador, taking on PEI, and Adam Casey. Adam Casey, final stone here on the way.
Well, he's facing two, including one buried, so he does need full 8 foot.
Line's fine. Line's fine.
As we watch Pat try to minimize the yellow stones in play.
Nice throw.
Adam Casey, of course, had to come out of that pre-competition and qualify for the Brier. Nice draw there, so 1-0 after one. Meantime, Pat Simmons. Oh, thin little double. That's how you bail out your team. Great shot from the new skip here of Team Canada.
And what's really impressive is the weight that Pat threw on that. That was not the big weight shot. Just watch that soft weight, wanting to make sure he's stuck around no matter what. Well called. Still a good chance for BC in this opening end to hit and stick to lie 2.
So, Kathy, that spot that I was talking about would be about right there on the ice.
And if there was a spot for sure, they would have talked to Jamie and they would have fixed that overnight.
Gotta go real hard, guys.
Hard, guys, hard!
Jim Cotter with his first, want to keep the shoot or want to take it out, and early miss from the BC skip.
Sorry, turn that one. It went nuts, so I think we got to go like out to be safe, eh?
I would say that the weights...
3-4 feet heavy.
Well, they talk things over, Kathy. Let's look at Sheet B. Quebec taking on the Territories. Jamie Cooey 0-6. And Jean-Michel Menard, great day yesterday, a pair of wins, and they come in with that 4-3 record. Final stone on the way.
It looks like he's got an opportunity for 2. There is a Cooey stone in front of their own, so he's playing down weight a little bit. Needs to hit about 3/4 to not jam and stick around.
This Quebec team ran the table at their provincials to qualify. Nice tap there, so 2 on the board. And Jean-Michel Menard said, if we can play like we did at provincials and maintain that momentum here, we got a really good chance, and they really looked strong yesterday.
There's a lot of natural ability on that Quebec team, even though they do not play the tour or play as much as many teams. And look at those numbers for Pat.
Yeah, you could put him throwing in the 6th position. I think he would still do all right.
Great. Just a technically very sound player.
So what a turn of events here. For a while, it looked like BC had a chance to get 2, maybe 3, and now
Keep talking.
Team Canada's going to try force.
Right here, boys.
T-line.
Right here. Back 8.
We gotta go then!
Back 8. Back 8.
That's 14:39 between the hogs, so a little bit slower
Still got it.
than it has been so far.
Good scrub, boys.
And Pat Simmons, what an end, bailing out his team here.
Good.
Boy, Pat, nice shooting, buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
Saved her.
Exactly right information. That was exactly
So you threw that
right.
nice aggressive.
I threw that aggressive, yeah.
Aggressive means this is not the time of the game to let it just come out of your hand. You have to actually make sure that you
Pretty good here, Jimmy.
add that little bit of weight.
Good shot.
So now just a draw here for Jim Cotter.
It is.
Pretty good.
Leave it, guys.
Final stone here in 1 for the
4 foot. Wait till spot.
BC skip. Jim's 5th time at the Brier. And we've seen this all week long so far from Jim Cotter. His draw weight has been phenomenal. And he draws it for the single. BC on the board here in Calgary. Welcome back to our coverage in Calgary. Pat Simmons made 2 beauties in 1 to get his team out of trouble, Kathy.
Well, it's a combination of some good shots made by BC and a little bit of offness of Team Canada. And this is what you have to do as a skip. You have to make the big ones and bail your team out when they need that help. And without last rock, Pat plays a really nice controlled weight out on the wing, so he's going to stick around no matter what. John calls it perfectly. There's the double, shakes BC a little bit and would go on to the force.
That is a key shot. It's brought to you by Scotty's, Canada's favorite brand of facial tissue. So Jim Cotter made his draw for the single, a 1-0 advantage. With action underway here in 2. Team Canada, Red Stones, they have the hammer.
That one's all there. Heavy right now.
To it. Freezing.
Good first stone by Rick Sawatsky.
We're bumping the other one.
And the top of the 4-foot was trying to cap this now.
It's coming down.
Right on the dark roast there.
T-line.
Yep.
The corner you see put up by Nolan Thiessen, and then you see Rick's 2 guards there now. Top 8, top 4.
You know, they're talking about charting this ice. Rick was trying to be a guard, and they're talking about it being a little bit quicker in certain paths. We really do find that in the path where the draw to the button takes place, it is noticeably different for the first couple of ends.
Gotta go, boys. Gotta
No
go.
roll, no roll, no roll.
Okay, no.
And that yellow hangs on, and not only hangs on back 12, but behind that corner guard partially.
Go intern. Let's go a hair more.
And Jim wastes no time in peeling that corner.
Clean. Whoa.
Whoa. Clean.
Clean.
Yep, yep, yep. Yep.
Wants to make sure that Team Canada does not have stones to hide behind. It's interesting, if John Morris were still skipping, I think that Jim Cotter might have a better read on what the shot selection would be, having played with him last year. Pat's a little bit more of an unknown.
It's good weight. It's good weight. All there.
Good point too, Kathy. I mean,
all
you
there,
play
all
together in those big time games, and
Yeah, it's right there.
John Morris coming off that Olympic gold, of course, in Vancouver, and all the training and insight you get. Another great storyline too is that Jim Cotter played a lot of baseball growing up, very athletic, and last year Jim was telling me that he had problems with his hips and they weren't aligned at times and he wasn't coming out straight. Had a shoulder problem with a rotator cuff from playing baseball, and of course John Morris comes in and hooks him up with a physical trainer and therapist to help him. And last year at the Brier, Jim said he felt better than ever and felt he was coming out straight to the broom, physically felt fantastic. And what a difference that is when, if you have these lingering injuries and you're trying to come out to the broom and push straight.
Good.
There's no doubt that the higher that you climb, the access that you have to more sorts of tools, and Jim would have been the beneficiary of a lot of those because of the knowledge that John Morris brought to the team. It's not only what happens on the ice, it's all of the extra stuff. The sports psychologist, and not just any sports psychologist, but somebody who maybe knows curling, somebody who's worked with curlers, who's been to the Olympics. All of those things give you an extra edge.
It's not bad. Gotta go a little.
Weight's pretty good.
Yeah. Gotta go line.
Line only.
Gotta go line. Hard.
Trying to play the freeze.
Hard. All the way. All the way.
Go! No!
Good. Oh, sorry.
Other scores from around the ice. Quebec, that 2-0 advantage over the Territories. They're in the second. A 1-0 advantage for PEI over Brad Gushu. And it was a blank in 1, so Brad Jacobs has the hammer in 2. Incredible stat, Kathy. Brad Jacobs has had hammer each and every game, winning the draw to the button. Each time they've had the hammer, they've scored 2 points or more.
Shit.
And I guess that's why they're unbeaten so far. They're playing great.
They are very, very strong. Looking not only at their numbers on the board, their numbers for stats, just even how they're carrying themselves. They really are on a mission. You saw that surgical removal of the Team Canada stone. I think for Jim Cotter would have been just as happy to see his own stone go and open up that back. Taking a little bit more ice is Team Canada on John Morris's. Carter's just over curled a little bit. We're seeing a little bit more movement.
Let it work. Line's good.
Weight's good.
Whoa.
And speaking of Northern Ontario, let's update them, taking on New Brunswick. And there you see that 7-0 record. And Brad Jacobs settling in, final stone to come.
And there is a stone that you couldn't see behind Ryan Fry. The shot stone is Northern Ontario. This is the hit to bring that back biter into play.
Right to it. Hard.
Hits it out, avoids the jam, and there is 3 on the board. I should point out, last night actually they did take a single with hammer, but still
appalling.
Yeah, unbelievable. So 3-0 advantage there, and that's the 8th straight game with the lead of 2 or more points. And of course last night it was a single, but still it's unbelievable the way that this team is playing.
You see Ryan remove all of those stones at the back, and as I had said previously, they'll be really happy with that.
They've only trailed Kathy just once to Team Jacobs, and that was to Team Alberta. Only time they've trailed all week.
A little bit early. So trust me, it should be a hair fresh here. Clean. Just
trying a new spot, a chance to read what it will do and also break down the pebble. They're really looking to ensure that no matter where they throw in the coming ends, it will be relatively similar.
Good, I'm glad I got to throw that one.
We talked about Brad Jacobs, of course, leading the way, that 7-0 record, and look at the numbers on the right. Their leads, unreal.
Yeah, they're just incredibly dominant.
Remember covering that PEI game, 10-0. They stole and stole and stole. And we're up big time after 5. When they won their Brier title, Kathy, in 2013 up in Edmonton, they actually came out of the 3-4 game to win it that year. Would love to obviously play in the 1-2 game here in Calgary.
Toss, Jimmy.
Good throw for Jim. Not even bothering to make his way down, trying to maximize the use of the time clock, and knowing that it will be just a single hit and stick, he can call that as easily from the throwing end.
We talked about this off the top, so much respect between John Morris and Jim Cotter. And I asked Jim, what's this game going to be like? How's it going to feel to play a guy that you had a lot of success with, and they went to that Brier final, lost the Olympic curling trials final, and Jim sent me a text back. I just want to read it, and this just speaks to the quality of Jim Cotter and what a great guy he is. He says, yeah, still great friends with all the guys. We have a great mutual respect for one another on and off the ice. Both are super competitive, both expecting a good battle, with every game being so important. Both teams will be ready to give it their best.
Well said.
All that.
And so Jim already in the hack. Looking to hit and stick.
Yep, clean. Yep, clean. Clean. Just clean.
And right on the nose, so they continue to run them up and down. And the blank is on now for Pat Simmons, Team Canada.
The building is very alive this morning. Lots of young students have the opportunity to come in this week and observe curling. Adds lots of noise and interest in the building and hopefully exposes a lot of local students to the sport.
Final stone on the way here in 2.
There's your blank.
Nicely done from Pat Simmons. That rock nearly coming right into your living room. 1-0 BC after 2.
44 curlers started the week with a chance to drive away in an all-new 2015 Ford F-150, the annual Ford Hot Shots competition. That number, well, it was trimmed down to just 2. And in the final, Colin Hodgson goes rock to rock against Saskatchewan's Stellan Myers. And the lead from Manitoba, making his first Brier appearance, comes up big when he needed to. In the final round, already in front, Hodgson would ice it, scoring a maximum 5 on the double takeout. Colin Hodgson wins the Ford Hot Shots and a 2-year lease on Canada's best-selling pickup, the Ford F-150.
Welcome back to our coverage. Tim Hortons Brier, update time. PEI taking on Newfoundland Labrador. Brad Gushu throwing the red stones. Final rock on the way.
Well, line 1 already. I think he's just trying to play the little bit of a tap on the third shot stone to tap it up, probably about 8 inches. That would give him the 2.
Mark Nichols back in the fold for Team Gushu in the house calling line. And the tap not there for 2, so a little too far. It is 1 though, so they're tied up at 1 after 2 with PEI and Adam Casey. Back to our feature matchup. BC taking on Team Canada. And a blank on the board in 2, so Team Canada down by 1 with Hammer here in 3, throwing the red rocks. Lead stones on the way. This Nolan Thiessen.
Really hard.
A good pair by Rick Sawatsky this end. Threw the first one in the top of the 4 and then capped it off with the guard.
Hard fellas, hard fellas, hard fellas.
Hard! Bounce it, gotta bounce it, hard!
There you go, Kathy. You talked about some great young fans in the building. And they're loud and they're proud. I think a lot of Team Canada fans. Of course, with the Team Canada format, great to see 2 teams not only from Alberta, but 2 teams actually from Calgary in the same curling club out of the Glencoe.
It's pretty nice for local Albertans to have 2 teams to cheer for this year.
Line's good. Go to curl. It'll curl, it'll curl.
I don't think we had outings like this
Ryan, you're in.
when I went to school.
Center line.
You were probably skipping school already, so if you
Well,
would have showed up, Kathy, you would have got to go on these adventures.
Yeah, that's a good point by you. Well, that stone by Nolan's not only coming short, but, you know, cornering it a little bit takes the run back away. And so for BC wanting to really force this end.
Throw the in at this.
Oh, so curl a hair!
Yeah, it'll curl a hair. Aim right for the nose. It should come up to what you need it to.
Yeah! High! High! High!
Oh, what a great shot.
That's what they needed. Carter Rycroft comes through.
That is a great shot. Removes all 3 stones and rolls his shooter out. Well done.
I wanted to hit a little bit thinner, and then I would have stayed in the house. I knew that.
Carter
Really?
set the ceiling high, right? Why not?
He's talking about that stone as you saw Jim sweeping it out of the house. If he hit it a little bit thinner, it would have connected a little bit thicker and stayed around. I still think that's a great outcome. Opens everything up.
Line's good. It's tight. Stay close. Yep, yep. A little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Good.
Right in the nose.
Yeah.
Carter will attempt the same shot to run it back, but this time to pick the shot stone off the forefoot.
Whoa! Never, never, never.
Shooter, Nolan.
And I threw that one good and it didn't.
45, 30.
BC will continue to guard, and now those corner guards, even though they can be utilized by Canada, can start to get in the way if Pat does have to make a draw to the forefoot because of the swing of the ice.
It's halfway.
Half.
Third stones for BC from Ryan Kuhn.
Clean
Line's
it.
good.
Hair, tighter line. Keep it out there. Just half. Yep. Gotta go, guys. Gotta go. Need center line. Yep. Good, good.
The other real cool moment, too, last year for Jim Cotter and Team BC. Jim, his hometown Kamloops, so to get to go and play in a Brier in your hometown, they had a lot of great fan support.
Back line.
It really is an awesome opportunity to be at a national championship, whether it's the Brier or the Scotties, and then to be able to play in your own province is a double bonus, and if it's in the city that you're from, that's just the best.
Which is what this guy gets to experience this year, John Morris out of Calgary.
Clean up! Huh? Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Heavy if anything.
Whoa! Whoa! Right off!
Come on. Get ready on that one,
Yeah!
Nolan.
Yeah!
Hard pat.
Go. Gotta be second. Go.
Real good.
Pistol.
Very nice shot.
And a little flashback here. And there they are. John Morris, Jim Cotter, John calling the game, and Jim throwing the 4 stones for Team BC. Made it all the way to the final in Jim's hometown.
And he was so positive. It was such a great chemistry. Those things you can't manufacture. They just are, or they're not.
Just half. Even back line's not bad.
Just through.
Yeah, just half.
And a great touch shot.
Thinking at 3.
Just thrown by John
Yep.
Morris. Combination of the right weight, the right brush. And so now BC chasing a tougher shot for Ryan because that stone now is moved up the house.
Yell it. Yeah. Hard.
Ryan trying to come down as well, but that yellow guard is coming up quick. They get it by.
Great brushing.
And avoid the jam as well.
Good sweep, guys.
Well, that's a very nice shot. Ryan so far rising to the occasion this morning.
Saw the inside of the
Nice shot out of it.
That is a tougher shot. Squeaks by the guard. Great brushing to get that stone. And it's such an angle that there's no jam.
Wow.
Just shot if you make
Just
this.
by.
Just hack.
Hack weight.
So the double cap, can he roll behind the corner as well, or is this just make sure you make the double here?
Well, this is just a softer weight shot.
Okay.
Little up! Little up! Whoa! Whoa! Yeah! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Measure inside roll. It's a little too far. I think it came out the other side.
Oh,
Well, that's pretty good, isn't it?
no, he's got the hack waiter, man.
They were waiting. They wanted to get that inside roll, but the finish is so big at the end, they lost it.
Shoot. Sorry, Johnny. Great throw.
Okay.
Hack? Yeah, good hacks here.
Kind of wait, Jimmy.
Good hack.
Okay.
Looking for hack weight.
Solid hack. Clean. Yep.
Hard! Hard!
They got on it right away.
Okay.
Pretty solid hack, though.
And now that allows Team Canada to use those corners. Try to generate 2, maybe 3.
Right we took
That's pretty close.
just outside edge of 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Want to be biting the back tee. I don't think we want to be up here.
John, is that same spot as the first end?
I don't like touching that. I don't mind him. Yeah, same spot. Carter. Just back 8, bite the back tee.
Carter, same spot as the first end.
Lots of information being communicated. Not only just lob this one in to lie 2, but exactly where it needs to be so that there's no double.
In the first end, yeah, I agree.
And you'll remember first end, Pat, first shot, made that really quiet little double, and then his second stone he drew in and forced BC, so they know the path.
Should be there on its own then.
Line's a little tight.
Whoa!
Line's tight.
Lots of weight!
Right here. Line's
Real good. Back 8.
Whoa! Tight.
Back 8.
Line's tight. Hard. Close, yep. Whoa.
Run out of rings.
Want to make sure they're lying 2.
It's got to stop for second shot, and it will.
Good spot.
Yeah, perfect.
Nice
That's
weight.
a pretty darn good spot.
That's true.
Hey? Played a thin double, too, there.
Well, let's make him earn it a bit, eh?
Play this one?
Or you like the top one?
I kind of like the top one, but
Yeah, I like that.
I was just bored.
Even if we're a shade thin, we'll just play it onto it and sit right there.
Okay, good board.
Yeah, I think this is going to move up, Jim.
I think you're right.
I don't mind this one either. That's a very thin double, a very sharp double, something you might play in the 10th end if you have to. And you heard the front end saying they don't mind the top one. The problem with the top one is that you're not going to get shot. You may make the draw tougher, and you also risk, if it overcurls, running it onto your own and giving up 3. So this not only removes the shot stone, the roll under can make things really tough for Team Canada.
Control. Solid. Control. Whoa.
Close.
Jim Cotter, his last stone here in 3.
Whoa!
Off.
Nothing yet.
Close.
Whoa!
Yep. Hard.
They hit, move it over to their yellow, little bounce. It actually spins out, so it is Team Canada still shot stone, and now
I sure kind of like
the play for 2.
Either that, or if you want.
Just about had it.
You timed Jim's in the first ends? Or, first?
No.
So in-turn draw here, Kathy, different path than what he just threw.
Yes. Jim a little frustrated so far this morning with his own execution. And you can see that for Pat, coming down to the top stone that is his own does not give him second shot, and so having to go further out into the wings. Very methodical.
You could put 100 of his shots together back to back to back, and you'd see that exact same pre-shot routine each and every time. Final stone here now. He'd love to bite that 4 for his 2.
Yeah, gotta go! Gotta go!
Hard, Nolan.
Come on! Hard, Nolan!
Hard, boys, hard!
Thiessen Rycroft, and now John Morris out to help. How far can they drag it? Full 8 will do if they can get it there. And just comes up short. So an opportunity lost for Team Canada. Single on the board, and they're tied up at 1 after 3.
The Brier is a true Canadian event.
Probably the most traditional and amazing event.
The Brier is what we play for every year.
The Brier is the most fun that you could possibly imagine for a curler or for a fan.
Brier is the ultimate championship.
You grow up as a kid wanting to play in the Brier, and to have had that opportunity now 5 times has been a dream come true 5 times over.
The Brier is, I think, the greatest sporting event going.
The Brier means everything.
Whew, that makes me emotional every time I see that.
That is the dream. That is what all these guys are playing for here in Calgary, the Tim Hortons Brier. We're all tied up at 1 in our feature matchup. Team Canada, British Columbia. And a mistake from skip Pat Simmons. Had the draw for 2. They come up just short, so a single on the board. And now it is BC with hammer here in 4, throwing the Yellowstones.
Well, and that should give BC, and specifically Jim Cotter, a little bit of momentum. He's not been as sharp as we are used to seeing. And so when you feel like you've not made your last shot and your opposing team is going to score 2 and then you get away with 1, it's where you say cheap hammer and you move on.
It's close, top beat.
Mine's good. Read it. Wait only. Room.
Here right now.
A lot of rooms.
Stay close though.
Room. No
Wait
bounce.
only.
No bounce, guys. Need some girl.
Kathy Jim wanted to pass a message along too of good luck and good wishes. Obviously he's curling here and chasing his Brier dream, but he's also a dad and he's also a coach, and tomorrow the BC Juvenile Provincials begin, and his daughter is competing in that, Jalen and her team. And mom Pat Cotter is taking over coaching duties while he's at the Brier, and Jim just wanted to say, I'm super proud, wished him great shots, good luck, and more importantly, meeting new friends and great sportsmanship on and off the ice. So he wanted to give them a shout out and all the best. So,
well, and good luck to them, and if Pat does well, Jim could be out of a coaching job.
Right.
Top 4.
Line's good.
That's great. I love the idea that they're starting to have more competitions for younger ages. Talking about BC, my nephew Tyler Tardy, my brother Paul Tardy, just up in Prince George as part of the Canada Winter Games. And what a great opportunity for youth to have some opportunities and not have to wait until you're of junior age, because it's pretty tough when you're 15, 16 to get beaten up by 20-year-olds and to feel confident in that you're learning things.
Okay.
So a number of rocks building up. Top 8, top 4.
Line's good.
Tyrell Griffith will try go around.
Go a bit.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, line.
Yeah.
Hard. 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 Get it there.
You got it, guys. Hard.
Hard.
Hard, guys. Hard.
Hard.
Hard. Hard. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Whoa, then. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Okay, it's pretty good.
Okay.
Good shot.
Freeze again.
He's got nothing right now. Throw a guard, I think.
This is the bad one right here.
Guard it.
Yeah. Guard the yellow.
Guard the one on my side, Carter.
You gotta go. Yeah, the other one's.
And by the
like,
bad
it's
one,
not
what he
factory.
means is that that's the stone that BC can utilize the easiest to get to the Canadian shot stone. So wants to take that away.
Like a little more. I don't mind that.
That's
Yeah.
almost middle of 12 there.
You saw John offer or asked to have a little bit more ice. You heard Carter asking for more ice. A really good example of a team where all 4 players watch the ice all the time, know what it does.
It's tight, it's tight, it's tight.
And Pat's not at all offended to give them more ice if they are going to make the shot.
Are you tapping it?
Freeze it.
Whoa, whoa, right off. Whoa, right off. Let it, it's got to curl.
Doesn't want to line it up.
Super. Oh, that's...
See that good boards.
Yeah.
Even yeah, board. Good board.
We get a little bit of drag. There's not much separation between those two stones at the top.
We want to hit this high. A hair high?
Yeah.
Do you want to hit it a little bit on the outside to have that yellow stone come back straight?
Board, I think he wants. Yeah. Good board.
Big board.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Don't close.
Never.
Whoa.
Never. It's got nothing.
Good. Okay.
Way too much.
Update time, Kathy. Newfoundland, Labrador taking on PEI. And Brad Gushu lying free right around the forefoot. And, of course, the one on the button. And final stone to come here from Adam Casey.
It looks like he's playing the hit to get the stone sort of like an in-off, if you will. Draw very tough.
Adam Casey doesn't want to drop back with 5 losses. Bang him up, gets him to go. And a nice stone. So 2 on the board.
It's pretty sweet.
After they have a closer look. 2 for Casey, a 3-1 advantage after 3. They're trying to get win number 3 here in Calgary.
Yeah! Gotta go!
Canada continuing to want to guard that stone. The more separation, the better.
Yeah, I think he run it into that.
And for Jim Cotter, this just is becoming a mess.
Like firm.
Updates continue here, Kathy. Let's go to New Brunswick, taking on Northern Ontario. Brad Jacobs, 7-0. And Jeremy Mallet, the rookie here out of New Brunswick, final stone on the way. And it looks like he has the opportunity for a pair.
He does. It's pretty unusual with this Northern Ontario team to let you have those opportunities. But if he can hit 3/4 of the shot stone and stick around, there is a 2 on the table.
Got to curl up, and now it's got to stick around.
What? Just the single.
So frustration for the young skip. But they're on the board, down 3-1 to Brad Jacobs. So far perfect. And the last time, of course, the Brier was here, Kathy, 2009, and it was Kevin Martin running the table, winning it all. John Morris, of course, on that team.
John, gonna give you a hair that size.
They won back-to-back Brier titles, undefeated, by the way, in both of those runs.
Well, and you know the history. If you're from Alberta, you're pretty happy with it, and that is every time the Brier is held in this province, it is won by an Alberta-based team.
I think we got to do this, boys.
Okay.
Line's better.
Whoa,
a little bit in. Line's good, Pat.
A little less weight, going.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Wait, little less weight.
Better
Whoa.
work. Nolan.
Finish it. Yep. Whoa, whoa.
Oh, it's good, it's good, it's good.
It's good. Whoa,
It's good.
whoa.
It hangs out there for such a long time, but it is predictable, Jamie Zeiss. It will
The only thing
finish
is
hard.
if we're first in there, right? That's the only thing.
I think on
Jamie Barassa, of course, the head ice technician here in Calgary this week.
Go for it.
Well, he's given up the idea of running those stones back and getting rid of that shot stone, and so now changed tactics on Ryan's second stone and wants to go around those stones and lie shot.
Should be there. Should be there.
Back four right now. Line's tight.
good.
Last Brier win for BC was back in 2000. That was captured by Greg McCauley.
Who beat up on our Russ Howard.
He did.
Back one.
We'll show videotape of that later.
Back four.
No.
Russ really enjoys every time we bring that up.
Oh, what a great shot by Ryan. And I split that between the hog lines at 14-20, so a heavier path.
Really nice sweep.
Knew it was going to do that. Great finish. Lovely throw.
Is that ever done?
This would be nice.
Do we ever do this? One thing I'm worried about, which I didn't see, is that he's got that 5 onto his 6 right now, right?
Right. Yeah.
So I don't mind this. Because no matter where we roll here, it's only helping us, right?
I like that.
Yeah.
That's
If you're short, we guard his draw.
Yeah. Yeah, but you're Carter. He's got that 5 under a 6 right now.
Yeah.
That's what I don't love. That's why I think if we play this and just move that a bit, then we got.
Where's this going though? Like
just to there.
Just moving it.
Well, ideally, you move
like
it to
T-line
here.
weight, then you think?
Yeah. Because if anything, like it opens up this next one too, like.
And even if I just
rack,
you know, it's not the end of the world, right?
Okay. I think so.
Just like back 4 weight, I think.
Okay. I like it.
What kind of weight are we throwing at this?
I'm not sure.
Be real close.
It doesn't look like very much weight if you get that much.
Trying to throw like.
Come down to this stone and then move this one in particular out just a little bit. They're also thinking that if they roll off just a little bit this way, what it also does as a secondary outcome is it protects Pat, or rather protects BC from getting in for their second point. So trying to move that yellow stone off a little bit and give themselves something that they can utilize.
While he settles in, Kathy, live look, Quebec taking on the Territories, a 2-1 advantage for Jean-Michel Menard. There's the house, so he's playing the Redstones. We believe yellow is actually shot, Kathy, so if he can come around and little tap, maybe there's a chance for 2.
It really is hard to tell, other than that yellow is shot, if there's enough space to tap it for 2.
Meantime, Pat Simmons, his rock on the way. Pat Simmons a little redirect. Jean-Michel Menard trying to wrap it around his Redstone. He will bump on the yellow. He will. Now, he didn't really move that yellow stone. They'll have a look. It is just 1. So 1 red for Quebec at a 3-1 advantage after 4.
And on our sheet, Pat Simmons made contact with the stone higher than the one he was actually after, but he does block the draw.
Doesn't quite make this one.
Just the draw for 2.
Or you just come by.
Doesn't it? Can we smoke this?
It's kind of what I was thinking, yeah.
Should kill this one, right?
Pardon?
Should kill this one. It's close.
Can you get, can you get to the inside that much?
We're getting to the inside. We're not going to kill that.
I think you got to just... No. I was thinking this one, too.
So what does he have right now? He's got this one here.
Actually, yeah, he doesn't really have much off the 5.
It's dangerous for him, though, because if he ever hits this one, we're drawing for 3, right?
Yeah. That's really tough, too, that one there.
What if we lock one here? It's a tough draw.
But then if
the only thing is, yeah, if we go there, I think we go right here.
Yeah, that's true.
Or here.
I don't think you want to
fully
bury
freezes,
it, though.
If we go there, he freezes,
I think you want to just half bury it sort of right here.
Yeah, or
well,
right
no,
here.
then he's got off that one, right?
Just full 8.
Anything there, it just whacks and goes right here, and we got nothing.
If we go back button, he just freezes. We go there, he hits this.
Well, if we go here, though, what about here?
It's going to get there.
Yeah, if it gets there.
Oh, it'll get there, I think. It's working in.
And if we're a hair light, we're okay. Top 8. Sure, I like that.
So yeah, anywhere you just can't be here, right?
If we guard this side, what does he have?
What if we smoke this one?
If we guard that side, what does he have?
If we end up going here, he doesn't have this, does he?
Does this line up?
Do you want to take your time?
Yeah.
It does, yeah. You could do that too.
We could play that now. He
might have something.
That's going to open that up for him, though, right?
He's gonna have something.
This is gonna carve
He's gonna have
in
a
real
shot. I
hard,
think this is a call. I think so.
Ah, despicable. You.
Oh, the sociables.
Your minions today.
They've actually become part of Brier folklore over the
It's like
years.
you and I having dinner.
Yeah.
92 to 94.
Actually, a bottle of wine, more like it, but
Shade more.
Napa?
I agree.
it's great to see
Not that much.
them every year hit the Brier.
They really are a part. People look for them and what they will wear every day. So lots of discussion, most of it based around what will Pat Simmons have on their final stone.
Should be really close.
The decision that they've come up with is to go around and to be top four.
Line's good. Curl.
Right here, line's good. Getting
Line's
tight.
good.
You heard them make the comment. They figured it would warp in there and it should cut at the end.
Line's great. Just for weight. Weight only. Weight only. Right here then. Right here then.
And it will curl up nicely, and now it is BC line 2.
It's a pretty good shot.
That was a great shot.
Thanks. Little deeper, eh?
Yeah. Another 6 inches, 3 inches.
Good judgment, good brushing by Tyrell and Rick.
I think it gets it.
You hammer that.
What's that?
Red
Right now,
on this red.
it's ticking it.
Ticking the yellow?
It's ticking the yellow, and that's with no drag. It's just nicking it, not enough to get it out.
Yeah.
If it drags any, I don't really.
Yeah,
I don't mind it because I don't think he's got that. A draw for two's tough. Eh?
Really tough now, yeah.
So I don't mind it, Pat. We just got to.
As long as it kills it. It's got to drag a hair. Has to.
We just got to make sure we keep our shooter there. He's going to have an open hit for two.
Right.
I like it, Pat. I think we got to.
Can you ever play it with weight that it'll just put this here?
No, it won't.
It's not going to touch that, I
Not
don't
gonna
think.
touch it at all.
I mean, if it does, great.
It's like
But
just running this on the nose.
Okay.
or that on the nose. That's the other shot. Yeah.
I don't mind that either.
And the big thing is try to leave your guard here. Well, I guess if you leave your guard here, you're probably going to stick it. But
The thing about, like, if this kills this, if you think this touches this and kills it, this is better, though.
why? Because you lose your shooter, this stays there, and he draws for two.
No, we're nose hitting this.
We're nose hitting that.
I like that. I like that.
We're nose hitting this, and this is a really tough draw now,
Tough draw
right?
for two, Carter.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Do you think it touched? Do you think
Right now, with this angle, it just nicks it. But if it drags it any,
Gosh, I don't know, John.
how much?
could
how
tap
much
it that way.
How much separation?
that's the only thing is that much separation makes it tricky.
Oh, it's got to be.
Right on the nose,
Counting on the
it's
drag
bound to drag it like a half
here
inch.
to drag it just enough that it will tick that stone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You like that, Pat?
I do. I like that. It's better as long as it kills that.
What is it on a quarter?
It's on a quarter.
It was another inch.
Other
over,
option that Carter mentioned, just run back that stone top 12.
Yep.
We just gotta move it out of the 4 foot, right? We don't have to kill it.
Remembering that it is the Team Canada stone, the red one, the second one closest to John Morris, that should jam onto the yellow stone.
So final stone here in 4 for Team Canada. Pat Simmons trying to get things going in the 4 foot. Big scrub right away. Through the hole, bang the reds, and nothing.
I think he was a little tight out of his hand. They brush that from word go. Catches it too thin.
And now an opportunity here for BC. They got 2 for sure. Jim Cotter, pretty much the same draw.
What'd you get on that?
And a chance for 3.
80? Felt like I felt like I chucked it.
The number's pretty low this morning. We haven't seen an 80 in this building since it started. That's backline to Hogg.
Yep, little early, little bit early, yep.
So final stone here in 4, a chance for 3 for BC. Now it's on Swatsky and Griffith. Bigger scrub this time around. They keep pounding it. Got to get it by that red stone first, and they will not. So just a pair for BC. And the first deuce on the board here in Calgary this morning, 3-1 after 4.
I love it. That'd be nice.
Yeah. Wow!
Come on, give us a break.
Break through it! Break through it! Hard line!
Oh, great speed, boys. Go, guys.
Hard! Oh! Yes!
That's awesome.
And of course, TSN taking advantage of its 5 national feeds to give you more curling choices than ever before. Just a reminder, later today, Draw12, Saskatchewan, Northern Ontario. That is on TSN 1 and 3 with Vic, Russ, and Cheryl. TSN 4 and 5, it is Newfoundland Labrador taking on Alberta. Dave Nedowin, myself, will have the call. So we've got you covered here in Calgary. As we bring you back to our feature matchup this morning, Team Canada taking on BC. And Jim Cotter had the opportunity, tough draw, to try and get 3. He does pick up his 2, so a 3-1 advantage. And it is Team Canada with Hammer playing the Red Stones now here in 5.
And Brian, we talked at the break about the selection of shots by Pat Simmons, and was trying to chart out how it could have worked out. I think sometimes the problem is that when you see the potential of a lot of granite moving, which this team does so well, that you forget that sometimes there's an easier shot, and that run back was certainly an option to just minimize the BC Stones in the house.
Hard! 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 Hard!
Nolan Thiessen trying to get by that yellow stone, and they'll play the audible and try roll in. Meantime, our updates continue here in Calgary. Kathy, Newfoundland Labrador, coming off that big win last night, taking on PEI. And final stone to come here from Brad Gushu.
Yeah. Go really hard, guys. Really got to go on this.
Yeah.
Really got to go.
Okay. Hard! Hard!
It was going out of Brad's hand.
Clean! Clean! Yep!
Clean is always nice to hear. And there it is. Bang on the nose. And a lovely 3 on the board for the Olympic gold medalist from 2006. So they have a 4-3 advantage now over PEI.
And he will bounce off. I'm charting Nolan's second stone today, Brian. It seems that it's really moving a lot more than anybody else's. They can't quite figure it out. And sometimes it is the stones, and just understanding that they're not always matched is an important part. Triple exists.
Yeah! Whoa! 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 No, 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 no.
Carter Rycroft gets them all going and spins that one out as well.
Perfect.
What a great example that you don't have to throw a bullet to make a triple. It really is a combination of these lively stones, great ice, and great execution.
Nice shot, Carter.
Regular.
And so for BC, we'll try to remove that stone because it is so close to the house and roll in.
And that's the one thing, Kathy, I've heard you guys talk about all week long is that weight control, the right way to make sure you keep your shooter and keep the pressure on the opposition.
Whoa, stay with it.
Don't want to lose the shooter. And Pat Simmons able to sweep that out, so it does spin out. Bit of a break for Team Canada now. They can use that corner guard.
Seems to glide pretty good.
It does.
Well, not only can they use the corner guard, Brian, but by rolling out, there's a bit of a pocket that's being created behind there. And even though the draw won't be down to it, if they even show BC half of it, any removal could jam it onto those two.
All there right now, all there.
Got room.
All there, all there.
Got room.
All there, all there, all there. Whoa, no one, whoa. T-line. Get ready. Get ready, Nolan. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready, Nolan.
Just waiting for the late break
Nolan's
here.
getting ready for a while.
Pretty good.
Well, we're ready for an update here, Kathy. New Brunswick taking on Northern Ontario, and so far, so good for the team from the Sioux, the Brier champions from 2013 in Edmonton. Perfect so far. Final stone on the way for Brad Jacobs.
There's the double and brings in that outside biter for two.
Bangs them both. And surprise, surprise, they are leading after 5, looking to improve to 8-0 here in Calgary.
It will be interesting to see who will give that team their first real game.
What a run back there from Ryan Kuhn on our feature matchup.
Rolled that guard out too, eh? Tight guard.
Kathy, could you ever consider coming down to those 2 yellow stones, or is this the play right now and you hope for a miss and maybe get to use that corner?
Well, he's playing a combination of two things, Brian. By playing the guard, you're looking to score multiple points. He's looking to score 2 in this end. If you play down to those stones, sure, it's tougher for BC, but then BC will just plant one right on top of that, and then you're forced to 1, and that is not something that Team Canada would like to do.
Update time, Sheet B, Quebec taking on the Territories. Jean-Michel Menard, a 3-1 advantage, throwing the red stones. It's been a tough week so far for Jamie Cooey.
Well, for Jean-Michel, his closest one is almost in the 4-foot, so for Jamie needs full 4. As we watch the peel on our feature sheet of the guard.
Hard, boys!
Just a few years back, this Cooey team actually made the playoffs and just lost in that bronze medal game. Need a big scrub here to drag it a little bit more.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
And it looks to be short.
Rouge.
So a steal of 1 for Quebec. That's actually, Kathy, Quebec's first steal this entire Brier. But Jean-Michel Menard, after those 2 wins yesterday, the champions from 2006, looking really strong.
Line's good. Wait's close. Room. Room. T-line.
So switching it up now that we're down to thirds, second stone.
Clean.
Now they're playing your shot, Brian, going down to those back stones.
Good line, yep. Hard weight. Hard weight. Hard. Really hard. Hard. Really hard.
Oh, shit.
Came down,
Wanted to be back frozen and not allowed Jim this pick.
That just came down.
Yeah.
Okay, this isn't a bad end to blank.
Yeah. Nose isn't bad, guys. Okay. Just kill it.
Nose hit.
So you'll have the same pocket.
Wouldn't mind picking out one of his own stones at the back. They know that the same shot will be played by Team Canada, and they're expecting it will be better on their next attempt.
If he had half a stone, Kathy, could he get everything going, or would there be a bit of a jam there?
Well, the jam's there with half.
Hard. 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 Clean. Clean. Whoa, 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 whoa. Clean. That boy, Jim.
Pat is already in the hack. Trying to save time on the clock for later.
So this time playing the intern, Kathy, why not try the pocket again?
Well, the problem with the pocket is if you make it really good on this turn, then Jim Cotter's last stone comes on top of yours, and that's the force. If you play into the open side, Jim for sure will play the hit, but you're leaving it open to a blank. And at this point, you're not going to score 2, so that's the goal.
Jim Cotter wasting no time. His final stone here in 5.
We talked about this being one of the youngest fields we've ever seen at the Brier, but there are still more skips with the lift delivery at this Brier. You think about Jim Cotter, you think about Stephen Laycock.
And the classic guy we saw for so many years, Glenn Howard.
Absolutely.
Here this year as a fan, cheering on his son, Scott, and Team Ontario.
The blank attempted.
So final stone here in 5 for Pat Simmons. Trying to take the hammer into 6, little scrub. Away it goes, and away we go. So a blank on the board, and after 5 ends of play here in Calgary, it is BC with that 2-point advantage.
The 2015 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for more than 20 years.
Welcome back to Calgary, Alberta. 7th time this city has hosted the Tim Hortons Brier, and a great matchup this morning between Team BC and Team Canada. Jim, a 3-1 lead after 5. I can tell by your body language, maybe a bit frustrated with your own play early on, but are you happy with the way you and the team have picked things up?
Yeah, the guys have been playing really good. I got caught on in the first end there, and obviously it overcurled me flash there, but we're picking it up, and we're playing much better through here, or I am anyways. The guys have been playing good all game. Obviously
you picked up that deuce. Tell me about your draw to come in there back 4 to really put the heat on Team Canada.
Yeah, we wanted to get it back there a little bit. We knew the freeze back would be pretty tough, and there was a little bit of an angle there, so we needed to get it back there, and we were happy with the result. And we didn't, you know, I ended through my last one, but I didn't really want to be heavy there either and kind of chop and roll away. So I knew I had to throw it to the sweepers.
And finally, you and John Morris, obviously great success together. What's it like taking on your former teammate?
Yeah, John, you know, we're still good buddies on and off the ice. But when we're out here, we're competing, and, you know, every game is a huge game. So we just want to stay on top of our game.
Jim, thank you.
Thanks, Brian.
So, Kathy, after maybe a bit of a slow start, nice bounce back for Team BC. What did the numbers tell you after 5?
Well, we looked at the key matchup at thirds before we came into the game. So much talk about John Morris and Ryan Kuhn. Ryan is winning that battle at 88%, so great numbers for him. And you talked to Jim about his play at 68%. The advantage for sure to Saskatchewan. Interesting, or Canada on the board, and that's where the lead.
After 5 is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada. They picked up 2 wins yesterday. They'll have to battle back here in the final 5. More from Calgary coming up.
The 2015 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. By Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. And by M&M Meat Shops, frozen food at its best.
Welcome back to Calgary. Our coverage continues, and an update between Newfoundland Labrador and PEI, and this is a really tough shot here facing Adam Casey, Kathy.
It really is. We haven't really watched this end develop. All he's got is the run slash on his outside stone. Such a high degree of difficulty, low chance of success. That's a 3-point steal.
So 7-3. Mr. Gushu in control after 5, and let's look at the standings. Northern Ontario, they have been perfect so far at 7-0. If Brad Gushu can continue to lead and get the win, he'll improve to 6-2. And then look at all of the teams with 4 wins and 3 wins. Team Canada coming in with that 4-3 record, so every game so important. BC 3-3, top 4 make the playoffs here at the end of the week. A lot of great fan support, and I think a few Team Canada fans in the crowd amongst those young kids. Great to see them in the Saddle Dome as we bring you back to our featured game, Team Canada taking on BC. And after 5, it is BC with that 3-1 advantage. And Team Canada here out of the Glencoe will try and battle back, throwing the Redstones.
I think if there's 2 stories in the first 5, we heard Jim say he's not particularly happy with his play, but he will be happy with the play of his team, specifically his third. And so that bodes well. And for Team Canada have had opportunities, most notably Pat's draw that came a little bit short. Those are things that you really do need to take advantage of when the opportunity presents itself. Lots of game to go.
And even Jim's numbers aside, you look back to that draw, though, that he made to set up the deuce. He comes back to the back 4. Even had a chance for 3. His final stone wrecking, but still that draw he made was big time to produce the only deuce of this game so far.
A couple options for Team Canada. They could utilize the free guard zone and throw a guard up. This is very Pat Simmons-esque in terms of strategy when he used to skip out of Saskatchewan. Likes the play in the house.
It wasn't too bad, eh?
Not bad. Problem with that is that it doesn't make it too tough for your opponents with only 1 guard.
Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yep, whoa, whoa.
I couldn't have worked out any worse.
Well, it's a bit of a break for Team Canada. That's Stone now's second shot.
Live look now, Kathy. New Brunswick taking on Northern Ontario. And Jeremy Mallet in his rookie debut. Final stone on the way.
And he looks like he's got a chance for 2, something that we haven't seen a lot of this week in teams playing Northern Ontario.
Go, Jared!
Big scrub, this all rookie team out of New Brunswick. Bang it on the nose, stick around, and he's got it.
That's right.
So giving Northern Ontario a run, 5-3. They lead after 6. Brad Jacobs still in control. Both their games yesterday, Kathy, they were off the ice, it seemed like, before we were just getting warmed up here in the booth. They were certainly dominating. Shook hands early both times.
Well, teams are required to play 8 ends, and if you take a look at Northern Ontario, very rarely do they go the full 10.
Yep, 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 yep.
Peeling the guard, wanting to ensure that they have access to that second shot belonging to Team Canada.
It's 3 feet less. But it's still pretty close.
Carter's such a great team player. I think one of my favorite moments was in the World Championships when he was playing with Kevin Cooey. And they had played so strong all week, and they were struggling in the final. And we could hear on the mic at one point, Carter just sat Kevin down and said, you know, we played this whole game and this whole week to win, and now we're playing afraid to lose. And that sort of seemed to be the spark plug that they needed. It is that extra that he brings to the teams that he plays with.
Hard swat, hard.
Okay.
Well, we're in the Cowboy City. A couple of fans enjoying the action, and just a reminder, the Brotherhood is back and the battle for fish fortune is on. Bigger, bolder gambles, and it's all in a day's work. This season premiere of Coldwater Cowboys, Tuesday at 10 Eastern, only on Discovery. And they discovered that they're on the big screen here,
Yes,
so a couple of fans enjoying the action here in Calgary, home of the Calgary Stampede.
Throw the freeze on the back one.
Well, then he tries to make the double.
It won't have it if we freeze to this side. Right? Okay, I like this.
John always very thorough in his discussions from the hack about where the stone is going, why it's going there.
Let's wait. What do you got? What do you got?
Made the comment earlier, Kathy. Obviously, the lineup change with now Pat Simmons skipping, John Morris going to third, but it's like they have a skip 2.0 where Johnny can really give his input to the front end and always talking with the guys.
He's definitely a skip regardless of what position he's playing in. Part-time coach, part-time third.
Gotta go, Carter. Gotta go.
Way too much ice. Didn't want to put it in line with a double for later. So too much ice, he said.
This one. Control, just control. Sit right there.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
You heard Nolan's comment. They didn't want to put it in line for the double for later. Right now, if you look at those two yellow stones, any play by BC to remove the red stone makes that double an option. You don't want to have your red stone back about a foot deeper, because if it is in making the double, you'll jam on your own.
I like bumper, yeah.
I like
Control.
It's really gradual here, Ryan. Just nice and gradual.
Control.
Nice control.
Ryan Kuhn, the Brier rookie, and Kathy, he was a big part of your key matchup when we opened up the broadcast.
He was. He's rising to the occasion today. His numbers about 12% higher than his average for the week.
Avoids the jam.
Good shot, Ryan.
And that face is reflective of the fact that it rolled for third shot.
Try to three-quarters freeze that one?
Yeah. Freeze it right on.
Let's check in now on Quebec and the Northwest Territories. Jean-Michel Menard, a 4-1 advantage. And final stone to come from Jamie Cooey from the Yellowknife Curling Center.
Line's good.
The second shot does belong to Jamie. It is that red stone at the top. So it looks like about a board weight shot just to tick it over and stick around.
Close.
Jamie playing with Mark Whitehead, Brad Shortkowski, Robert Borden.
So watch the corner freeze being made by John Morris on our feature sheet.
Yep. Very nice.
Nice little clean. There's the tap. Nice weight from Jamie. So 2 on the board and a 4-3 advantage for Quebec after 6.
Okay.
And for Jim Cotter, he's wanting to minimize the Canadian stones in the house and doesn't want to make a play at that stone just thrown. You can see a nose hit, removes his own, and in fact it actually goes onto the stone at the back of the 4-foot, so he'll get rid of the one that he's got the easiest access to.
Nice control.
Solid control.
He's gonna run here.
Nothing yet. Needs to make a big finish here, Kathy.
Whoa.
And just gets a sliver, enough to move it out.
Shot. does. It does.
It's interesting. It's back-to-back games for Jim that he's just not the Jim Cotter that we're used to seeing.
Good toss. That's straight.
I'm freezing like to this side.
Yeah, I know.
I know. If we freeze, Pat, this is going right into it.
Okay.
Right now, it's going right into it.
Okay.
You can't get rid of it.
All right.
Okay. So I think if anything, we can be on this side, right?
A hair, yeah.
John making reference to what I just mentioned, that any play on that stone, it goes right onto that stone at the back of the four.
Curl's nice. Carter, we want to keep it on this side of here. Actually.
Don't have a right on the
positive here, right? It's the only spot in the shoot, probably.
But it's the same speed as these draws that you were throwing there all game.
Okay, so I need a little more than draw to the button then, still, eh?
What do you think?
2 feet more.
Okay.
Ice times are definitely slower this morning than they were in the afternoon. In the evening, we were getting 15 between the Hogs, or 15 plus. They're in the 14, 14-2 range this morning.
What do you got? All there?
I got
Pine's good.
So Pat Simmons is first here in 6. Team Canada trying to generate a deuce here.
Where is he?
Back four, back eight.
Clean.
Whoa!
It's all there.
Clean. Yep. Yep.
Bouncing.
Whoa. It's real good. It's real good.
Just the difference between sweeping weight and throwing it there on your own is that extra 6 inches of curl that Pat was looking for.
Yeah. Well, yeah, play right in front. I see what you're saying. You just don't. It's pretty fine, right?
Yeah, it is. Stay shot. This should. You like this turn?
Yeah.
I thought we're golden coming in.
Forward? Okay.
And removing it, if Jim Cotter can roll just a little bit to the right and be right on top of that yellow stone, any double attempt probably means that the second shot would be Team BC, and it would be 1 for Team Canada. So the roll is the key part.
Roll right in front.
Nice board.
So Jim Cotter, his final stone here in 6.
Whoa!
Whoa! Clean!
Whoa!
A mile.
Close!
Wants the perfect roll, doesn't want to set up the double. And now the double is there for Pat Simmons, a chance for 2.
Don't even know if he needs the double.
Shoot, right in between.
It's hard to call that perfect roll.
Hard to tell, Brian, whether that second shot is yellow or not, but a nose hit, both will go away.
It'll finish too much.
Controlling about there, eh?
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I kept the roll straight. I had some good rotation on it. So.
Oh, nice roll.
Good bat.
It's control, guys.
Like it.
So after that single point in 3, Team Canada finally their first opportunity. Make the hit on the nose, get the yellow to go, and a chance for their first 2 here in Calgary this morning.
Weight's good.
Yep.
Clean.
Clean.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yep.
On and off all the way down, and now a big scrub at the end. Gotta hold the line. Hit it on the nose. There they go. And the crowd likes it. 2 on the board for Team Canada here in Calgary. And we're all locked up. Welcome back to Calgary, Alberta. Site of this year's Tim Hortons Brier. As we get closer to championship weekend. beautiful city in southern Alberta, about an hour drive from Banff and the Rocky Mountains. Just a reminder, Draw 12 this afternoon. We got you covered. Sheet A, Saskatchewan, Northern Ontario. That's on TSN 1 and 3. And on TSN 4, it's Newfoundland Labrador taking on Alberta. So you have the choice right here on TSN. In the meantime, an update, PEI taking on Newfoundland Labrador, Kathy, in the 6th.
Well, he has to make the double. You can see that a nose hit would not give him shot, or the stone in the back. It's the one, and so it will be a steal.
Still on the board. And a very strong morning continues for Brad Gushu, Newfoundland Labrador. Of course, Mark Nichols back. Spent a few years in Manitoba, now back on the Rock with Newfoundland Labrador. And they're looking good to pick up another victory here in Calgary. 2 on the board for Team Canada in 6. A nice hit for Pat Simmons. So they're locked up at 3 with action underway here in 7. It's BC throwing the Yellowstones, and they have the hammer.
Yes! 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 Really hard!
Well, either Nolan turned that over out of his hand or it picked out of his hand, because he'd hardly let go when he was screaming yes. Although this is that second stone that I do have my doubts about. I mean, maybe that screaming was because he is concerned about that stone just digging and going right away.
Clean it. Yep. Hard. How's it wait? Hack. Slow and hack. Yep. Clean. Yep. Roll it, Ty. Roll it.
Good. Just what?
Board weight.
Just board. Just board. Just board.
Go then. Yeah. Easy. Whoa. Whoa.
Ah, it's changed again.
What's that?
The ice has changed again.
Just talking about the variability of the ice. It is always a little bit different in the morning. The temperatures are different in the building, often a little bit colder, as the ice technicians reduce the heat overnight. Big draw last night, big crowd. And so you do feel the difference, especially for this Team Canada team that are thinking about last night's draw. It would be very different from what they played on.
Clean.
Well, this was the sheet that Brad Gushu was on last night, and he told me coming off the ice that they really were battling the ice all night long, and that there was different spots and there was changes throughout the game. That really is the story, though. It's the skips that can pick up on that and adjust. I know it's tough at times, but if you can adjust, obviously you have the advantage, and for the most part, we'll come out on top.
Well, and I do really think, Brian, that it prepares you for Worlds. So often when our Canadian teams go off to the Worlds offshore, we find conditions that are not as good, or rocks that are not as good in Canada, and that's why, in my opinion, that we have not the record that we'd like to always have.
Working this one hard, trying to save it for Cotter. And they will. And of course this year, Worlds in Halifax.
For the men and Japan for the women, that gets underway in a very short turnaround.
Weight was the same, wasn't it?
Yes.
Russ is practicing his Japanese. Given we've heard his English, I'm not sure.
Oh boy.
Lead it! Yeah! Lead! Yeah! Hard!
And so both teams continuing to hit that stone at the back of the house as it slowly inches its way up. And for BC with last rock, do not want to roll behind. That would be advantage Team Canada. And have to be chasing, so a good roll to the wings by Tyrell.
Kathy, you've been doing the updates all Brier long and watching all shoots, and of course you've seen this team a lot. What changes, if anything, and I mean more body language, communication, have you seen since they made the switch yesterday for Team Canada?
To me, it's energy, plain and simple. I felt that before they were just out there throwing rocks and going through the motions of curling, which I think a lot of us do in our Wednesday night league, and that's okay. But when you're at a Brier, you can't do that. You have to dig deeper and find an extra gear, as Jean-Michel Menard talks about it, if you're going to perform at the best that you can be. They're walking with more confidence and playing with more confidence.
Up her up! Whoa, whoa! Up her up!
This one needs to finish up for Ryan, and that'll spill out the back, so an opportunity now for Team Canada. Some updated scores: Quebec a 4-3 advantage in the 7th. Jean-Michel Menard with hammer there, and Brad Gushue running away with it 8-3 over PEI.
What do you like?
And it's Northern Ontario looking to stay perfect, 6-3. We have the advantage over New Brunswick.
I just think we'll get a bit more finish.
Gushue trying to improve to 6-2, and Jacobs trying to move to 8-0.
Well, the what do you like call down the ice was not about what shot you like, but with that center guard for John Morris could play the in-turn or the out-turn. Lots of movement with both. And so really it becomes a personal choice.
Line's good. Gotta go soon. Oh, no, not bad.
Top 4.
Line's good.
Line's perfect.
Where do you want it? Line's perfect. Top
Line's perfect. Just
top button. Top button. Come on.
Hard. Get into it. Come on. Hard.
Top button. Go, 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 go.
Hard.
Every inch.
Hard.
Every inch.
Hard.
Good job. That is a real nice shot. Top 4 buried for Team Canada.
Good judgment and brushing.
Perfect.
Where do you want it? Line's perfect. Top
Line's
button.
perfect. Just
top button. Top button. Come on.
Hard. Get into it.
Come on.
Hard.
Top button. Go, 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 go.
Hard.
Every inch.
Hard.
Every inch.
Hard.
Good job.
And now the run being attempted by Ryan.
Yeah!
Bang them both, get them going.
Shot, Ryan.
And the bonus, he rolls to a corner guard. That is a great shot.
Good call.
Well, Ryan Kuhn has certainly lived up to the billing, and he's rising to the challenge here against Team Canada.
His strength there, eh? So
It is, yeah.
that's fine.
There's no question that he is capable. His credentials coming into this game, his success on the world scene in juniors.
Still should be that.
Jim Cotter said it's been 5 or 6 years he's been asking Ryan to play for him, but his job as a pilot at WestJet just did not allow that. So we knew he had the capability, but he is the rookie out here. It is his first Brier. And so maybe that has been part of the struggles, but certainly playing great today.
That's there.
T-line.
Okay, wall then. Whoa. Line's tight.
Whoa.
At least.
Whoa.
Line's good.
Come down.
Whoa. Better make room for 2, I guess.
No.
Whoa.
It's going to be all there. Swap.
And that does settle in, back 12.
Yep. Sounds good.
It's getting a little straighter.
Yeah,
I was going to say something.
It is a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I remember in our game it happened with that out turn.
Yeah.
And then I remember I was watching Cooey and Quebec play.
Just this end it changed, eh?
Yeah.
Just the first kind of little change.
Hey guys.
That's what experience does. It tells you that it does change. These are the kinds of things that do happen at our Brier. For a less experienced team, they might think, well, maybe I just put it back, or maybe it's running a different path. No, the ice is changing, and important to adjust accordingly.
Our updates continue, Kathy. Quebec, Northwest Territories, a 4-3 advantage for Jean-Michel Menard. Quebec, the Red Stones. Quebec lying 1. And this is a play to try get a multiple score here. Maybe 2, maybe 3.
I think he can get 3 if he taps that Yellowstone that is right beside his back a little bit and stays in the forefoot. It is 3. That will be a huge advantage.
And there you see the house come into play. There's the 2 Reds. There's the tap.
That's the game.
And 1, 2, 3 on the board for Quebec. So a 7-3 advantage after 7. They got a shot to go to 5-3 here at the Brier and Calgary.
Right there, I think it's good, Pat. Right there. Talk a lot, eh?
Just a hair less, not much. Just a hair less.
He wants to corner freeze on that stone to force Jim Cotter into taking a single. Here in the 7th end, the key is not to bounce off. The bounce off leads to 2.
Definitely last.
Pat Simmons, final stone here in 7 in a tie game with BC.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Line's good.
Don't want to at all. Throw a mile.
It's heavy, boys. Back ring. It's through the house, man.
Yeah, left. I felt left for sure. Must have just popped it.
Sounds good to me.
And with that, the door wide open now for Jim Cotter, BC.
Well, the team will be talking to Pat because both of them felt that he had thrown less. Pat thought he threw less. Maybe the path, although it's pretty close to where he threw. Maybe the rock. But a great opportunity for Jim Cotter to find some paint. 8 foot will do.
Okay.
Mid-90s.
For the 2nd point.
Right, same throw?
Your last one was low 90s.
Okay.
Get some nice little chop on her.
So after Team Canada put up a 2 and 6, Jim Cotter, Team BC, a chance to answer right back. Final stone, drawing for 2, needs full 8.
Hard guys, can't hurt it.
Can't hurt it. You got it.
Hard.
Swatsky, Griffith.
Clean.
Very nice.
They guided in. Jim Cotter. A lovely draw for 2. And they're back on top by 2 here at Calgary. And welcome back to Calgary, Alberta. Round robin play slowly coming to an end. Of course, it wraps up Friday morning. Top 4 make the playoffs, and this Sunday we will crown a national champion. In the meantime, this guy's our champion. We want to wish a happy birthday to Stino, one of our camera guys. He told us this morning that there's no place he'd rather be than with all of us. I don't know if I believe him, but
I wasn't buying it, I gotta tell you.
Happy birthday, Stino.
So one of our Winnipeg boys. Awesome, love Stino.
Great job out there, and a great job to our entire crew at TSN. It's a long week. Everyone doing a fantastic job. Our feature game this morning, BC taking on Team Canada. And it was Jim Cotter picking up that 2, so a 2-point lead for BC. Team Canada will try and respond, throwing the Red Stones. They have the hammer.
Pat Simmons will be very happy with that last end. Made a good one on the first one. A little bit deep. Had the chance to put some pressure on the BC team, and not only didn't make the freeze, he went through the house, and that opened the door, and kudos to Team BC for taking advantage of that opportunity.
Wait's good. Wait's good.
T back 4.
Clean. Feel it, Carter.
Whoa. Back 4.
Clean.
Whoa. Weight's real good.
See the players looking up at the Jumbotron after they let go. It's sometimes easier to see where your stone will go by looking up at the Jumbotron than it is to try to see around your sweepers.
Update time, Kathy. Let's do it. Newfoundland Labrador taking on PEI. It's been a tough morning for Adam Casey out of the Silver Fox Curling and Yacht Club in Summerside and Charlottetown. But a chance to make a score here.
Well, he has had great draw weight from the very first game. When he gets into trouble, it is those big weight hits that seem to be a little bit of the problem. And in this shot, he's got a chance for 2. Needs the 4-foot. Exactly what he has.
A little bit of backing, a little bump, and there you go. 2 on the board, so it is still Gushu leading 8-5 after 7.
We can wait. We can wait, Norm. We can wait. We gotta wait for it to curl. We gotta wait for it to curl, buddy.
Same sort of tactics from both Saskatchewan and BC. BC removes the corner guard, and so now Pat Simmons will attempt to guard their own stone in the house.
We'll try it or no?
May as well try it.
Straight out turn peel.
Yeah. Out turn, right?
Yeah.
Pretty straight with that out turn.
And if they're lucky, Kathy, red, red, yellow, yellow, and just get some rocks going in there.
Well, they're trying to run it back and make both reds go away.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Never, never. Close. Whoa.
Whoa, roll it off, Ty. Or
never.
Slot.
And that is a risk reward.
Oh, can't be wide on that one.
No.
Shouldn't have played it, I guess.
Well, in the hindsight 2020 is the option was just the straight peel. You make it go away, let Canada continue to guard your line 2. Instead, the run
Whatever you know.
gives an opportunity for Canada to tap back for 3.
Soft board.
Yeah, I like that. Soft board card.
I just don't want to go.
Should be.
Kathy, New Brunswick, Northern Ontario, a 6-3 advantage for Brad Jacobs. Final stone to come here from Jeremy Mallet from the Thistle St. Andrews and St. John.
Now, what New Brunswick is doing this morning is forcing Northern Ontario to play a game, something that they're not used to having to do. This is a draw to the 4-foot.
Jeremy's had really nice draw weight all week long. There's the singles, so they're within 2 after 8. And the team from the Sioux with hammer in 9.
And on this sheet, we saw the tap to lie 3.
Dead straight here.
This is one of those shots for Tyrell where you sit in the hack and you try to park. What's just happened? But in fact, it's Ryan's turn. Chance to play savior.
Back on it.
Roll it off, Ty.
It's got to curl up.
Oh, we got a guard. Yeah, okay. I think that out turn, I threw that a couple hands ago there, eh?
Now, Pat's call initially was to come right in. I heard John say, we have to guard. I think you are absolutely right. You have to guard. You're trailing by 2. If you throw it in, this BC team can throw good weight. They're going to make a couple of stones disappear for sure. You throw a guard, you still may get 3 out of this.
Should be good. Should be halfway.
Line's good.
No, line's good. Line's good. A little bit. Looks right. Hard. Hard. Get it halfway. Hard. Come on, Cotter. Hard.
Hard. Every inch. Every inch.
Hard. Whoa.
Whoa.
Good.
Kathy, is that guard too high or is that okay?
You know what? That's actually okay because I know they're going to play the run. Could have been a little bit tighter.
And of course, that one coming from Johnny Moe. Let's look at the thirds, Kathy.
We looked at this as a big key battle today. The numbers of Ryan Kuhn have come up dramatically. We talked about some really great games, but some 50s and 60s games today. He is here to play, holding his own with a much stronger in the stats, John Morris.
Player comparisons are brought to you by Ford, proud partners with Curling Canada for 21 years.
Tap it right to there. It's pretty good.
Yeah, right on the nose is great, eh?
It's a pretty long guard.
That is really long. And we're going to stick around.
Yeah. Tap it to there.
Even if you straight freeze.
You move it, really. Just right there.
Straight freeze.
You move it a couple inches. I wouldn't move it too much.
Yeah, straight freeze is good, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
I just think we just try and cut down his forefoot now.
Yeah.
Cut down his forefoot because you don't make the run.
Okay. Yeah, freeze in there.
Split. Well,
okay. Move it an inch or two is pretty good.
I like this.
What do you think for speed down here, Swat?
10 to 12.
Tactics changing, no longer thinking about running
freeze.
stones, want to put one in the mix.
SWAT right there. Right.
Nice posy 12, Ryan.
Yeah.
Update time on Sheet B. Kathy Quebec taking on the Northwest Territories. Jamie Cooey and his team looking for their first win here in Calgary, and final stone to come from Jamie.
Jean-Michel Menard on his final stone tried to make a cross-house double, hit it a little bit too thick and rolled up. So this is the chance for 2 for Jamie with the removal and the stick.
Whoa! Yep. It's clean. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa.
Mark Whitehead in the house calling line, needs to stick around with the shooter, and it will.
Just to the set, just
So no quitting that team. They're within 2. After 8, Jean-Michel Menard will have hammer in 9.
You know, this is one of those ends I talked about in the opening, Brian. We saw this against Quebec the other day. They just had a couple of, I don't know, I don't want to say misses as much as non-thinking moments, and they wound up giving up 4. That stone tapped back by Ryan Kuhn. If anything, you know, if he's in the 8 foot, it's not so bad, but he's heavy, and so it is wide open for John Morris to hit and roll to lie 4. Canada does have last rock.
They thought heavy out of his hand. Little roll inside. And they lie 4.
Good throw. Anything less.
The reason he wanted to hit it a little bit less is that he would have
just
made
make-
contact with that other red stone in the 8 foot, maybe pushed it a little bit to the right.
That's too thin.
Okay.
It's about 2/3. Maybe a hair less than 2/3.
Sounds good.
No real place for Jim Cotter to draw. Trying to run this back and make a couple go away.
Does the nose hit double any good?
We'll try to get rid of 3 of them. We get through 3.
I like doing this. Yeah.
Two-thirds of the one by his broom. Hoping to pop those 2 that are in the back of the forefoot and roll the shooter out as well.
So Jim Cotter, bailout time. Needs to get the red rocks moving. And just the one will go. Loses the shooter. And the opportunity's still there for Team Canada for a big-time end.
Let's call a timeout, John.
Yeah.
Timeout.
So Team Canada using their first timeout. Each team gets 2 timeouts of 90 seconds. And that'll bring Coach Earl Morris out.
It's not the end of the world. Yeah. I think that's better than going there, you know what I mean?
Oh, we don't want to go there. Like, even if I chap off this and stay, it's not the end of the world.
Like, it's a tough triple, eh? Like, I think that is better. Like, we don't want to line it up so it goes off this, into this, and out.
Yes.
But
like that's better than over curling and going.
Oh, for sure. Because he can get second there,
Yes.
right?
Absolutely. Yeah, we got to take that away.
So I think we go right here.
What about just going
Well,
right
they
there?
debate, Kathy. Let's go to Newfoundland, Labrador,
Be like on the center
PEI,
line, so that-
and it's
You know
been
what? Because this one is ahead of it.
Brad Gushu in control for this game, and his final stone to come.
And it looks like it is a force. That yellow stone buried behind 2 corner guards belongs to Prince Edward Island. And so for Brad Gushu, needs full 8 foot for the single.
Oh, real good, guys.
Brad Gushu, an incredible 12th appearance at the Brier. Just once in his career, he's finished below 500 in round robin play, which is remarkable.
Remarkable.
Lost the final to Ontario and Glenn Howard back in 2008. Pardon me, 2007.
I think we got to give ourselves enough ice.
And looking really strong here, 9-5. He's looking good to go to 6-2. He'd love to get into that 1-2 game.
Or you just sort of corner the top one.
Then he gives us 3. Then
Yeah, he
hammers
probably
it,
has
gives
to
us 3.
blast it. Okay, we'll give you the weight all the way, okay?
Yeah, lots of talking.
Well, lots of discussion. There's no question that they're going to draw in. It's just, where do we
I'm thinking of
place
throwing
this?
pretty close to what I threw on my first one last end. Like, that's got to be fairly close. No more, but...
I don't mind it.
Guys okay with that? We're going to see a hair less.
Then when
Like
here,
back
right?
8.
The one that was right
Back
here.
8. Hair less?
Yeah, I like it.
Take.
Speed's pretty good here. Nice and keen.
Lots of chatter. And so for Pat, wants to place this in a stone where it is least likely that Jim Cotter can make multiple removals. Ideally, they'd like to put it back almost where it was.
We got no, not bad, eh?
Top button.
Whoa, whoa.
Where is it?
Top
Whoa!
button.
Just top 4. We
T-line.
just top 4. Whoa, room.
Top 4.
Wait,
Go if we can.
Yep.
Yep.
Room.
Button.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Button.
whoa. Room. Whoa.
It's coming in there, John.
Never.
I always love the conversation down the ice.
Has he got the inside at all?
Yeah, it gets 2 and...
That's the problem if you roll to the inside.
Kind of wait when you throw this.
I don't know.
Is it calling?
I don't
Is it
think
calling?
we need to bomb it.
Do you guys like calling one?
Yeah, it'll take time. Time.
So BC will take a timeout.
Just get to the inside,
And
just
Coach
a hair.
Pat
Make
Ryan
this
will
double. Sit
step
right
out.
Yep. They'll have a tough deuce.
I think it's almost more important that we get to that inside than remove anything. We can play... If we play hack...
I don't mind throwing a little bit of weight.
If we just move that to there, sit right there. As long as we
Feels
get
pretty
these
hard.
2 back here, create a little pocket there.
Thinking like heavy draw.
What's that?
What kind of weight are you thinking?
I was thinking like regular, but try and kill 2 of these. 3's not the end of the world.
I don't mind that, Jim. It's a pretty hard shot after.
What do you like, Pat?
I like to hit and like to nose it. You
Yeah,
get the
nose
inside roll, great. You give them 3, you're 1 down, you're in good position.
Throw like regular?
Huh?
Regular or up a bit?
Whatever you like for your accuracy on that. I'd be pretty firm.
Yeah, I think so. We just don't want to catch the curl.
Regular's
Yeah,
probably
like
nice to control.
regular up a bit.
It's right on the nose.
I think it's exactly the same as your first one. Eh?
It's pretty much the same throw as the first one, yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes the tendency is on these stones when you see you're facing 4 is to overthrow them, to throw more than you need. We saw that great triple, I think it was by Tyrell earlier in the game, with just easy weight. You want to throw more than easy on this, but you don't have to throw peel.
I'll be more than regular. You gotta be more than regular.
Yeah.
Huge shot.
So in a battle of former teammates after a timeout and a discussion, final stone now here in 8 for Jim Cotter. How many can he get going?
Curl. Hard on it. Hard on it. Hard
Big scrub. Got to get that red out if they can.
Okay.
And now the opportunity for 4 for Team Canada.
I threw that to this draw here, and it's a nice, it's a good spot. Like, even if we know we're getting 3, right?
I think it's whatever you remember or like.
I'm just thinking the turn. I think, like, it doesn't go sideways like the in turn.
I like the out turn.
Yeah. And what kind of weight? Like,
I like firm hand.
Yeah, perfect.
It was the 9th end yesterday that Jim Cotter gave up 4 to Quebec.
Yeah, but you're not Pat.
In a game that he led at that time.
I just think we've seen enough here that we know what it's going to do. It's like they start to curl and then they stop.
Big chance.
That's solid hack, guys.
Okay.
Like it.
Ready line 2 would like to hit about half to 3/4 of that stone, preserve that red one in the 12-foot, and take a 2-point lead.
Well, I guess, Kathy, if you're keeping track, there's actually 2 undefeated skips in the field so far. One would be Brad Jacobs, and the other so far, this guy. 2 wins yesterday since they switched up the position. Final stone here in 8, and a real chance to put a statement on this game. Nothing yet. Anything? Get a piece, hold the shooter, gotta stick around. One more rotation, and it's through. However,
I think it starts to curl.
Still a victory for Team Canada as they have their first 3 of the game and a 1-point lead now after 8. It is that time for the M&M Meat Shop's Final End Challenge. After the game, go to fileend.ca, enter the secret word for a chance to win an all-expense-paid trip for 2 to the 2016 Brier via tickets, hotel, airfare. Also, the first 100 entries have a chance to win a $50 M&M gift card. So after the game, go to fileend.ca, enter the secret word, and a chance to win. We'll give you that secret word a little later on in the broadcast. Right now, we will give you an update. Let's go to New Brunswick, Northern Ontario. And Brad Jacobs has been in control all game long. Final stone on the way, and a draw to pick up his single.
Well, he has been in control, but New Brunswick has made him have to make some good shots. It is a draw for 1.
Just for weight.
The Harnden brothers on the brush. Brian Fry in the house.
Nice judge. Great judge, boys.
And perfect. Nice draw weight against 2. So 1 on the board, and it's 7-4. New Brunswick has hammer and 10. They need a big score to get back in that game. There is a look at the birthday boy. Happy birthday, Stino. And we welcome you back to our feature game, Team Canada. That big 3 on the board in 8. There was that chance for 4. Just lost the shooter, so 6-5. Team Canada back on top of BC, and Jim Cotter throwing the Yellowstones. Jim has the hammer back as a back-and-forth game continues this morning, Kathy.
It is an interesting piece of ice. We talked about last night. Even today, as soon as Pat let go, they talked about great weight for what he wanted to throw. Just not sure what the stones will do. I don't even know if it's stones as much as that sheet.
Beauty no. Attaboy. Shot.
Top 4.
Another factor too, Kathy, Team Canada coming off that emotional win last night against Alberta. Of course, that was a battle of former teammates. Kevin Koo used to lead this team, and of course they decided to go separate ways, and he formed that powerhouse team for Alberta. John Morris picked up to lead this team, and then of course yesterday it was the lineup switch, so Pat Simmons becomes the skip, John Morris down to 3rd, and then right away this morning another tough battle as John Morris takes on his former teammates.
Well, we've talked about this field coming into it, Brian, and we're seeing it play out. It is so flat. We look at that board. And other than Northern Ontario, that is perfect. There is such a huge group of teams.
All there, all there, all there, all there, all there.
You and I were talking about that on the way over this morning. There could be 7,000 tiebreakers.
We'll be here till next year.
Line's good.
The early draw, the late draw, the late draw.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Hard.
There are no easy games at this Brier.
It looked like it almost picked the hair letters.
Good.
That's fine.
Shot.
No easy games, Kathy, and no easy shots sometimes as well. Final stone to come here. Quebec, Northwest Territories, a 7-5 lead for Jean-Michel Menard. You see the two yellow stones belonging to Jamie Cooey, so Jean-Michel needs a nice draw here to pick up one.
And this is a great case in point to what we were just talking about. Jamie Cooey is struggling this year at 0-6, and yet it is those two yellow stones belonging to Jamie that Jean-Michel Menard is trying to outdraw.
And now it's all three pounding this rock as hard as they can. Martin Crête, Eric Sylvain, Philippe Menard. Get it far enough, curl enough, and just enough. So one for Quebec.
That's a good team shot.
And Jamie Cooey will need 3 coming home to force an extra. He does have the hammer.
It's 2/3. Two-thirds.
And lots of room.
2/3.
Line's
And
good.
lots of room. No, hold on. Whoa.
Little bit of room.
2/3. It's real tight.
Okay, whoa. Line's good. Whoa. Get off it.
Line's good.
Clean.
It's not about the weight. They're waiting for that big finish.
Clean.
No, I need to be
off.
Line's
No.
good.
Line's real good. It's good right where it
Nice.
is. Attaboy.
Updates continue. Sheet C time. Newfoundland Labrador taking on PEI. And Brad Gushu has those 2 yellow stones, so that forces Adam Casey with the outturn draw for
I'd
1.
agree with that.
Needs a bite of the 4.
Yeah, hard line. T-line. Line's good. T-line. Line's great. Just put the T. Fine. I think you got to go, boys.
The attempted run
really got
back.
to go. Come on, Anson. You got it. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go.
Hard, guys. Fight the 4-foot.
They go, goad.
Good game.
They sure did. And another example, Adam Casey, he has had great draw weight. It is a single, but it is handshakes. And keep in mind, speaking of taking on former teammates, we've seen Adam Casey here before, playing for that guy, Brad Gushu, a number of times at the Brier. And Brad Gushu picks up the win, so a 6-2 record for the team from the Rock. And they are looking in fine form as we get closer to championship weekend.
I think you're doing that game this afternoon, aren't you, Brian? Newfoundland and Alberta.
Should be a great battle, and
that's good.
I'll peek in on you for updates.
That is a big game for Kevin Cooey and company coming off that loss last night to Team Canada.
Is this outturn coming home? A little tight, eh?
BC would really like to run one of these guards back into that mix, move those stones around. 3 still on the board for BC. If they're able to run this back, would get rid of one of the red ones.
Okay.
Gets that 1 red going.
Not horrible.
That much, eh?
No, we had it out of my hand. Freeze it. It's too tough to hit because it doesn't.
I was thinking just like back 4 tap.
Okay.
That's our savior rock right now, though.
Let's go with the freeze. If the line's good, yeah.
Okay.
I agree. Some really great comments from Carter. You start moving those stones around. That red stone right now, that's out counting that yellow one in the wings. You don't want to be moving that to the point that BC can remove it. Coming right down on top is still leaving BC shot, but all of a sudden you're in striking position.
What do you got?
I got it.
Dead freeze.
T-line.
No, it's
too much
right at the T, I bet.
Clean. Clean.
Top 4.
Room.
Just for line right now.
Line's good.
Yeah. Just for line.
Line's good. Room.
Clean.
T.
Clean, yeah.
Yeah.
All the way now.
Hard.
Go top if you can, open that. Good.
I like that, eh? You got anything?
And another final here in Calgary. And a
Corner
perfect
freeze
run
this one.
continues. 7-4. Brad Jacobs
Now
beating
not
New
bad.
Brunswick. And full credit, though, to New Brunswick. Gave them a very tough game. Northern Ontario, though, perfect. 8-0 record. Looking very good for that 1-2 game. A win for Gushu. They are 6-2. And then we talked about it. This field, Kathy. Those teams with 4 wins. Team Canada trying to go to 5-3. Team Alberta later on today at 3-3. They're going to need a victory to stay in the race as well. It is so tight right now.
It is.
And of course, later on today, Northern Ontario will take on Saskatchewan. And Saskatchewan with that 4-2 record. So it is really close right now here in Calgary.
T-line.
No. Just trying.
You're right, that's the next draw, Saskatchewan and Northern Ontario. I'm sure Saskatchewan at home this morning hoping to hear some news that somebody burst that Northern Ontario bubble. Not so much.
Oh, yeah. Got it all. You definitely have it all. You have it all.
Don't have it all.
No, he says you got it all.
No, don't, he said.
No, you got it. You got it all
in an
plus
inch, man.
I think you can afford to play it pretty tight, too.
Oh, plus an inch, like.
Right? Issue, if you get to the nose, you can make the double.
I can't. Yeah, I got to get inside a hair, eh? Nose does it, but you can afford to play it pretty tight. Okay. What kind of weight you like?
Well, I like firm.
Oh, yeah, we got a little bit of space, eh?
I think you got about an inch. It's hard to tell there.
Yeah, it is.
This'll run.
Kind of deceiving, but.
You can see where the line is, so if you can get to the nose of that stone, even a little bit on the inside, you miss the red stone that's frozen to the one on the top of the 4, and both yellow go.
So Pat Simmons is first here in 9. Got to get it by that yellow guard first.
Get that one.
Okay.
Once it starts getting off that line, it goes really hard.
Out count.
I love that goal.
Time out.
Before we come down and split it.
Got lots of time.
It's just tough to. Well, I guess all we need to do is move it to there. If we got our shooter to there.
I think so.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
If we square one,
Spread them out.
because that's going to sit right here.
Like anything high is really good with board, I think, right? Yep. So all we need to do is move
I
that
think that's
red
pretty
one.
good, because this is
out of
going to
the
come
8.
off of that down to here, right?
Take the shooter and spread them out. Like,
All we
don't
need to
roll
do
a
is
shooter
move it to
outside
here.
the 8, though.
Yeah, just don't count that one.
Yeah.
Even to there.
Okay.
And then watch how these spin off so we
Throw
don't
a
give
ton
them.
of weight.
Yeah.
Hard on that red one.
This should move up, right?
Yeah.
Board? Or hack or what?
It's really about
Yeah, you
changing
could
the
probably,
angles
like,
and
good
how they
hack.
are.
Solid hack.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that Pat Simmons doesn't have the opportunity to play that double again. And that red stone that's corner frozen to their shot stone is the problem for BC. So hitting it on an angle with just easy weight, you're keeping your yellow around. They don't even care if in moving that red stone, if it goes out of play, it can stick around. They just want to get it off the face of that yellow stone
In the full 8.
Okay.
and keep their shooter around.
Nice hack.
Clean.
Yep.
Yep. Gotta go hard, guys. Gotta go hard.
Hard!
Hard! Hard! Gotta go hard.
for their skipper, Jim Cotter.
Hard on that red.
Get that red going sideways.
Hard.
Hit.
Pretty good.
It was sitting 3.
Just over curled. It caught that same path as Pat's, and it just jumps sideways. If he hits that more on the outside, that red one that they're sweeping right now is probably gone.
It's not an easy double.
Yeah, true.
I think if you just throw hit and roll here, you can't play that. You can play that for 2.
What about this? This is pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, I like it.
I think that's the shot.
Just gotta make a choice, one or the other.
I like it.
I think that's the shot.
This should hold pretty decent.
Yeah, just board weight.
Okay.
Well, just under 3 minutes
Yeah,
for
won't go
Team
crazy
Canada.
like
You
it
heard
was,
Nolan
for
say
sure.
you got to make a choice. While it's an important discussion to have, you also have to ensure that you have enough time on the clock to be able to finish this game.
Board weight?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Looking for the hit and the inside
Like an inch
roll.
more, John.
It does appear that that yellow stone at the top of the 8-foot outcounts the red one beside it. So with the under roll, if BC is to run it back, it will take away that stone. In terms of counters, it would be only for 2.
Weight's good.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Weight's real good.
Stay close. Whoa! 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 Yeah! Whoa! Yeah! Whoa! Whoa!
They got to be close, on and off, little roll. It's not shot stone, but it's what they called.
It's pretty good.
I had to overroll a hair, if anything, though.
Think so?
Yeah.
It's done, man.
Oh, pretty good.
Well, we're shot.
What's that?
We're shot.
Yeah.
Should probably get that one, eh? Let's play that.
Yeah. That's for 2.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
all
see
we
that
got,
for
eh?
3, yeah. He's here, and then we got that one, but
Yeah.
I think so. Just like, I don't think we can quite make that, no.
I think that's our easiest shot, eh?
Yeah. Board?
Okay.
Couple of options. He can play the board yellow
Board
onto
weight.
red to get 2. The other option is that he can utilize that same stone that he's talking about playing board with and just playing the tap. He does not need to move that red stone. It is not shot. He just needs to get to the 4-foot, biting the lid.
And with this ice, Kathy, it looks like he is
It's
playing
board,
just
yep.
the board. Tap it back, get your 2.
I think that maybe just the predictability, the more weight you throw, the straighter they will run.
Nice board.
So in a back and forth game so far,
Right off.
BC,
Whoa.
Team Canada,
Yep.
final stone,
Clean.
Jim Cotter,
Yeah.
chance to pick up 2.
Hard. Hard. Clean. Clean.
Yeah.
Clean, yep.
Clean is usually a good sign,
Shot,
bang
Jimmy.
it back, and there's 2. So Jim Cotter responds. He leads by 1, but Team Canada has the hammer coming home. It is that time. Final and challenge. Your secret word is burgers. So after the game, go to finalend.ca, enter the secret word. You have a chance to win a trip for 2, all expense paid trip to Ottawa for the 2016 Brier. Get your tickets, hotel, airfare, first 100 entries. Have a chance to win a $50 M&M gift card as well. So after the game, go to finalend.ca. And the final end here was the 10th end. It's over. 8-5, Quebec picking up another win. So Jean-Michel Menard now improving to 5-3. They have Manitoba this afternoon. In the meantime, back to our feature matchup. Let's go to the 9th end, Kathy, and some really nice shot making.
Well, one of the stories when we started the day was that even in their losses, both of these teams having some great numbers. For Pat Simmons, facing a bunch of stones, makes the really nice weight hit and roll underneath. That stops the potential 3 or 4 from BC. And then for Jim Cotter, there isn't much space to grab that second point, but plays a nice board weight. That shows confidence in how he's throwing, where the broom goes. Both of these teams at 82 and 84%. It's going to be a hard loss for whoever has to take that L today.
So that brings us to this 10th end now. A 7-6 advantage for BC. Team Canada with the hammer. Lead stones on the way, and this one coming from Nolan Thiessen. You see Rick Swatsky has the guard up, and then this stone on the button as Nolan plays the tap.
Seven, yeah? Yep. Put some chop on it.
Clean it.
Gotta go a bit.
Yeah. Gotta be here. Hard. Line's tight. Hard.
Gotta go for weight.
Hard. 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 Gotta go, guys. Gotta go. Hard. Hard.
Good brush to get it by from Kuhn and Swatsky.
Okay.
And actually pokes out the other end.
What'd you get?
Team Canada has a little bit of the hurry-up offense going
right
on,
now.
tight for time. There have been a number of ends that there have been a lot of discussion, and I think that sometimes that also happens when you flip the back end around, as they have lots of conversation between Pat and John.
Weight's perfect. All there.
Easy.
All there. All there. All there.
Minute 58 left on the clock for Team Canada, and a reminder, it is thinking time, so right now the clock has not been running. It hasn't been running since Carter went over the tee line.
Like board. Okay. Board weight.
BC also under the 3-minute mark. Still lots of time, but it is not the kind of end that you're going to have a lot of time for discussion, and it is one of those ends where the stones are already building up, and so you may need that time to make good, informed decisions.
No.
Jesus. Okay.
That actually.
Hey, buddy.
Same shot-ish, eh? Same weight, Carter.
So Kathy, Carter comes in again. Why are they not worried about that Yellowstone top 8?
Because they are playing very hard for their 2 and for the win here, already lying 2.
Right here. Right my broom. You want it.
Want to really force BC to start removing some stones or thinking about making a mistake. They're playing full offense.
Whoa. Yeah. Hard. Yeah. Hard. Come on.
Whoa.
Hard. Come on.
Yes.
That's good, Carter. Good shot.
Kathy, it's been a back and forth game. A few 2s on the board. That 3 stands out. Your thoughts on the game?
It's been really tight. It still is really tight. And both skips have missed opportunities for multiple points. And has it cost either one of them yet? Not really. But look at those numbers. Really good numbers at the 3rd position. We thought that would be edge for Team Canada. It has not been.
The game story brought to you by Travelers. It's better under the umbrella. Big weight here from Ryan Kuhn. Wants to get the Reds going.
Good.
And he gets 2 to go.
And that's a good outcome. Be pretty happy with that. Started to float a little bit, but he got it enough. Got a little bit of that rub off his own yellow stone. So he did not get the direct jam.
To us. Jeez, we were pretty much on the guard.
Yeah.
I gave it a bit, Carter.
Got a little light.
Line's good. Wait only.
Just fight top 4. Line's good.
Easy, boys. Line's good.
Top 4. Yeah.
Room.
Go if you need it. Gotta go. Hard. Line's good. Just top 8. Top 8. Gotta go. Gotta go. For line.
Whoa.
Okay, that's fine.
Ah, man.
No hit. What kind of weight do you like?
Whatever you like, Jim.
I like the same kind of weight you just threw.
Well, that not
Like same
finishing
weight?
for John Morris means a double opportunity for BC.
I think just firm's okay.
Okay,
I
firm.
think you want to keep your shooter there, right? So you want to throw something manageable.
And you really do want to keep your
firm it?
shooter there. Your
I just
shooter
threw
there
it.
means it's
Just
tougher
yeah,
for Canada to get to the forefoot.
Yeah, right on the nose.
Nothing crazy.
It's a hair more.
Yep.
Hard!
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Ryan Kuhn,
Hard, Jim. Hard out. Hard out.
go hard in the red. One
Jim,
more
hard.
rotation,
Shot.
and it will stick around.
Good shot.
Sorry, that really backed and they hit it.
Good throw. Good call.
That's a lot better.
Keeps the shooter where it is, and even though this does not roll out, it is fourth shot.
Weight's good. Little bit. Yeah. Clean.
Back 12.
Yeah. Come on. Hard! 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 Hard!
Thiessen Rycroft, what a scrub. Just get it by the yellow.
Just to a pocket or?
And now they have that shot stone, top 8.
Shot, John.
Oh, that was great brushing out of his hand.
Hard! 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 Whoa!
As a brusher, there's no doubt what they want you to do.
What do you like here? 93?
Just tapping that to the can?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah. I think you got a slight angle it in, though.
Yeah.
There's really not a removal on that red Team Canada stone, just rolled under by John Morris.
Like this.
And so this is the switch to the offense now.
Slight angle?
Yeah.
The tap.
Tap it right to the can.
Shade less, Ryan.
Maybe have the tap or the freeze, right? Well, we got to tap it.
Go right now.
Finally.
Finally.
We're going to skip stones here in 10. A 7-6 advantage for
Close.
BC.
Hey,
Better,
clean
get
now.
better.
Whoa,
Stay
whoa,
close.
whoa. Gotta go off. It's gotta curl. Gotta curl.
Off the red. Back of the red.
Over there.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Technical timeout. Technical timeout.
I punted it pretty
As
good.
we check the replay, it was Rick Swatsky. He hit the guard up top on the Dark Roast logo, so they'll put it back.
I think so. Yeah.
And now they have to play the tap on their
Bowling
own.
shoes, that's why.
Don't have much, John.
Trying to cheat? Oh, there's
This
no
might
hole
be the
there,
call right now. Yeah. I like it. Don't have much. Board weight on this one.
I agree. We
Board
just
weight
saw
on this
John
one.
squeak by there, and to get to the nose
Don't have much of
or
that, eh?
3/4 of that red stone to tap that yellow stone back far enough to the
Board
8
weight.
foot.
Okay, never mind. Put it back where Rick kicked it.
It's about a third, John.
We're now under 1 minute.
10.5.
Not a lot of time. This is why you move through your first 5 a lot quicker. It's why we saw Jim Cotter, and Pat Simmons both throwing from the hack early in the game, not even going down to the other end when things were simple. It's to bank time for when you need it, like now.
Weight's good. Clean.
So
they
they'll
will
have,
have, sorry,
clean.
money
Take
30
it away.
seconds.
Clean.
That's
Yeah.
not a lot of time for discussion.
Pat Simmons here with his first. A real tough shot. Want to run it in, keep the angle onto the yellow, and they'll kiss it.
That's good.
Good shot.
That's not all bad.
Team Canada is second and third with hammer.
That's the key, Brian.
Use your timeout right away.
Go here.
So over curls a little bit.
Go there. He rounds it.
But look where that other red one goes. It goes behind the yellow one.
grabs that one.
Just
that's
going
our
into
catcher,
there.
right?
Even if it gets
So
right
BC
in,
using their final timeout.
Then he's also got that one. I think we got to go right there.
Here?
There's pretty good.
Yeah. That's good too.
That's the best spot.
Is the guard any good?
No, because he's just going to play
Yeah.
that. He's going to play one of these. We got to get another one in.
I think we come in. Yeah.
Okay. Right there?
Yeah.
It's about line.
Yeah, I think you're right. So what do you think? Here then?
Yep.
Plan 2 is there.
Right there.
Make her good, Jim.
We good?
I think you have to come in for sure. So that if Pat Simmons makes a good one, it's just for one in the tie.
So just what? Bite the 4, Jimmy?
Yeah, corner. Yeah, lock on ours there.
Bite the 4.
If we don't have the weight, then top 8's fine too, right?
Okay. I think mid-90s.
Jim Cotter said before this game, him and John Morris, great friends, but both big-time competitors. And this win obviously means a lot to both teams when it comes to the standings. Jim Cotter, his final stone here in 10.
Got a curl.
Chop. Close.
No.
Well, off. Off. Gotta stay off. Off. Anything, Ty.
Right now on their top
Anything.
yellow.
Hard.
A little roll. How far?
Okay.
Not enough.
Okay.
And now it's the short run for 2 in the win, I think, Kathy.
Yeah, it is. Jim was pretty close on
That's got to be real close with nice board, John.
his weight, but the line just hung out. If it doesn't touch, he's in the 8 foot, and there's this same shot, but it's for 1, and now instead, just off nose for 2 in the win.
Now, we did tell you that Team Canada had just 35 seconds remaining. However, they did use their final timeout, so that's 90 seconds. Gives Pat Simmons time to set up and relax and catch his breath and get ready to throw this final stone. So this is it. Final stone. Here in 10, Pat Simmons. A chance to play the little run back for the win, and a chance to go 3-0 as a skip since the lineup change.
Clean it, yes! Yes! Clean!
A clean now from the front end. Pat Simmons, bang, got it, and sticks around. And Team Canada continues to roll. Now 3-0 with Pat Simmons as skip.
Hang in there, boys.
The Big Red Machine is catching fire in Calgary. Another win. 8-7, your final score this morning. And that is a big one for Team Canada. Let's take you to the standings. So Team Canada, that victory, they are now 5-3. Northern Ontario, they win this morning. They are 8-0. Same for Gushu. He wins this morning. He's at 6-2. We'll see Saskatchewan this afternoon. Team Quebec, a big win. They're at 5-3. Top 4 make the playoffs. It is a very exciting round robin here in Calgary. Earl Morris giving congratulations. Team Canada looking sharp. More to come after this.
The 2015 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada. The 2015 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. By Purex Bathroom Tissue. Purex, 90 years of pure comfort. And by Home Hardware. Homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice.
Well, Kathy, technically there's 2 undefeated skips at the Brier. Brad Jacobs still perfect, and that guy, since the lineup change, is now 3-0 as skip. Just a reminder, this afternoon, Saskatchewan takes on Northern Ontario. That is live on TSN 1 and 3. Also, Newfoundland Labrador taking on Alberta. That is live on TSN 4. We've got you covered here on TSN at the Tim Hortons Brier. We're getting closer to championship weekend. Some exciting action this morning on behalf of Kathy Gauthier and our entire crew here at TSN. I'm Brian Mudrick. Thanks for watching Canada's sports leader, home of the Tim Hortons Brier.